All right. Hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Delta Green here today for some members of the RPPR Patreon. This scenario is called Convoy, in which case a group of agents has been selected to transport a high-value target over from one end of the country, from Washington State to Maryland. And so we'll get into your briefing in a little bit. But let us introduce our agents first. So I'll just go next to my little icon on there. Joseph, could you please introduce Raymond Bowes?
Hello, Raymond Bowes is a police officer of a couple years on the force, and hopefully won't have his brains dribble out like the last assignments.
Okay. Oh yeah. Just
it's very hard to clean
stars.
that from the uniform when you have to go back the day before. It's like, oh, why is there blood on the collar of your shirt? No reason.
Yeah, no, just I like someone who's an optimist. So for one of these games, next up we have Sarah. Please tell us about Alice Clemens.
Hey, so Alice is a federal agent. Sorry, ADF agent. Has been for some time now. She's in her 40s. She hasn't yet met a problem she can't solve by shooting at it, which I think is mainly luck. I don't think that's going to persist, but it'll be fine. It's guns solve everything. It'll be great.
Very good. And then finally we have Scribbly playing Dwight Strubble, I believe. Please tell us about
Strubble.
Yeah.
I'm a young paramedic. Seen too much, clearly, on the beat. So probably got pulled in by my police officer friend here. And I'm a really good driver, which might be relevant for this mission.
Yeah, so all of you, we begin the game at Fairchild Air Force Base, which is in Washington State, Eastern Washington. If you want to, it's a place you can actually Google and find out, see where it is. But you're all in a windowless briefing room. You were there with your handler, a man who goes by the name Michael Kincaid. He's in his 40s, wears glasses, very nervous looking. There's also a large man seated next to him, none of you have seen before. He looks rather grim and doesn't say anything. And Michael begins, well, thank you all for coming here at such short notice. This is a high priority mission because we have a high value target here on the base, but we need to transport them to a more secure facility, one better suited for their unique medical condition. So we have outfitted a refrigerator and to transport this HVT. And the semi-truck will be driven by Steve here, but it needs protection, and that is what you are here to provide. We do not have time to get more people. We believe there's an active threat that has unusual properties, so if we sit too long, even in a fortified place like this, it would be bad. But if we can get them to the target, which is the Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center, we have assets there that can protect the target and also take care of the target's unique medical condition. The target is named, let's see, I did give him a first name, Dr. Herman Perrin. Unfortunately, he you don't need to know everything about him, but you do know that he needs to be kept extremely cold. That's why he has to stay inside the refrigerated truck for the entire trip, and it must stay refrigerated. If something happens to the truck and it loses its refrigeration, you need to get him as cold as possible, as quickly as possible. Steve will drive the semi truck. He is an expert driving. He's a veteran. He has seen combat. You can rely on Steve here. But we need backup, and you, especially you, Alice, you're sort of the more of experts than I am. We have a lot of assets here on the base. If you, there are a couple places you need to stop at. Your first stop will actually be Salt Lake City to get additional cooling supplies and equipment for the truck. Then you need to go to Cheyenne Mountain Space Force Station. And then from there, however you see fit, you need to get to the Maryland. But we have multiple vehicles here. You can, the truck has a large cab, so if you all think staying in the truck itself, or if you want to get an escort vehicle or two, I'm here to help however I can. Obviously, there are numerous weapons here, and I can anything on base I can almost certainly acquire for you. Although, yes, well, I should open it up to you, Alice. What are your thoughts?
So we've only got Steve, and then there's the three of us. I'm thinking one of us in the cab, two of us in an accompanying, ideally armored vehicle.
Okay. We do have a SUV with bulletproof windows and plating on the windows. It's not like a tank, but it will look like a civilian vehicle.
Sure.
So we can get you that. It'll of course it'll be heavier and have worse gas mileage, but it'll have protection. So yes, we can get you. I think it's a large Escalade sized SUV, but yes, and yes, and the truck itself has been reinforced and has bulletproofing on the windows, and the trailer itself only opens from the inside. So good. Yes, we can make that happen. In terms of your intelligence on potential adversaries, I should mention that there is a group. There is an organized, violent group trying to. We're not sure if they're trying to eliminate or to acquire the HVT. We do know they have connections to drug trafficking organizations. They have a lot of money to throw around, and they are very motivated to get our HVT. They may have vectors. We are not sure. I honestly do not know. We don't have a lot we have some information on them, but not much.
So,
yes.
Would they be able to, I don't know who we are?
I don't think
On the
so.
road?
We believe that they are able to, we believe that they have some method of detecting Dr. Perrin. We believe this will not last forever, but that's why we can't keep him in one place for too long.
If we have assets that are looking to capture or do whatever with him, and he needs to get to this facility fast, wouldn't it be easier to set him up on like a C-130 or something and across the country, or is there something airborne that we should worry about?
We are not sure, but there may be, they might be able to use an airborne asset against a plane. It was deemed too risky. Plus, the refrigeration requirements for being on a plane were tricky. It was deemed lower profile. As long as it's mobile, we should be fine. But we're not sure. That's why you're here.
I guess we'll know if they're aiming to
how
eliminate or steal.
Sorry,
yeah. Go on.
How strict are the refrigeration requirements?
He needs to be below freezing, and the truck room is comfortably below freezing and will remain that. So he will begin to thaw. It depends on the outside temperature, right? So he will begin to his health will deteriorate if he is above freezing. I do not know. It's a unique medical condition.
I mean, back in the day, historically, they used to just store bodies near lots and lots of ice, and it would take the ice a long time to melt, so it would keep rooms.
Well, he
cold.
is not a body. Dr. Perrin is quite alive, I can assure you.
Yes, but he appears able to survive under freezing.
Well,
while he's
we don't want Dr. Perrin. We want to keep Dr. Perrin alive, and Dr. Perrin wants to be below freezing, and we tend to agree with him. It does seem to be. Again, we don't know very much about his condition.
Well, my point being, it's okay to have a refrigerated unit, but we should perhaps pack that unit with lots of ice.
Okay.
That would extend the duration.
Okay.
Of the cold.
Struve, are you suggesting that we, are you suggesting that the support vehicle be another refrigerated vehicle as a failsafe, or like an ice cream van, and we just shove him in the freezer if it goes badly?
So something we could.
An ice cream van. Okay, yeah. We can actually, instead of an armored SUV, yes, we could get you a smaller refrigerated truck, an ice cream truck. Yeah. I think there is one, and I mean, I think there is one that we're next to a town, and I believe there's one I could acquire. It'll take me a few hours, but I think I can do that if you think that would be better. But
always gotta have a failsafe.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I had been thinking that if we do come under attack, we'll quickly be able to ascertain whether or not they're aiming to eliminate or acquire the asset by virtue of whether or not they have a refrigerated vehicle themselves.
Oh yeah, good point. I had not considered that, but yeah, I will get you the ice cream truck from the nearby town. That'll take me a few hours, but I can start making some calls right now. Because I think Dr. Perrin had mentioned that before, and he'd actually sort of like asked about it. But I have a lot of balls to juggle right now, so I didn't think about it. I'll follow up on that. Cool. Is there any other questions in terms of armaments and equipment? Just let me know what you need.
I think probably we will all want body armor. I have my service weapon. Perhaps some slightly more automatic.
Some long guns.
Flashbangs.
Yeah. Okay, flashbangs. I can get you that. Yeah.
This is horrible, and it's horrible that I'm even considering it. But vehicle caltrops.
I don't know if that's standard army kit. Yeah. Let's see here. Vehicle. I don't know.
Just out the back of the ice cream van. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's there you can actually get those pretty. Yeah. Oh, they have they have spike strips. Like what the cops put out.
Yeah. No, I'm just imagining storing the spike strips like in one of the ice cream bins and then just throwing it out the back in a pursuit. This is funny.
This is
probably won't be funny when we're in that situation. Just funny in my head right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more question from me. Worst case scenario, is it better that this asset be acquired by another group or eliminated? Ideally, neither will occur, of course.
Yeah. Do not let them fall into enemy hands.
Noted.
But we would really be the priority. That's only if you are absolutely certain you cannot reacquire him.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't know much, and we need to move. So I will get you your. Yeah, I already assumed you'd want body armor, so I have you flak, Kevlar vests with helmets from the MP SWAT armory, and assault rifles. Yeah, fully automatic.
What's the gun that gives you bonus to hit? Is that a shotgun? Because I think I want a shotgun instead. Then.
Well, that would be at close range. Well, any weapon gives you a bonus. I mean, if you want something with a scope, would give you a plus 10 or 20 to hit. So
yeah, Dwight hasn't really hit the range that much.
Okay. So a rifle with a good tactical scope, I think in the Delta Green rulebook gives you plus 20 to hit. Yeah.
That'd be nice to have.
Yeah. But shotguns only give you a bonus if you're like, well, I mean, they don't give you a bonus to hit. They're just like close range. They do more damage at close range. Yeah. But yeah. Trying to think. Yeah. Okay. I'll get the ice cream truck. So, you start loading up, checking your gear. The paramedic has a paramedic bag. Steve is going to wear a vest. He has a sidearm, but he is going to stay as much in the truck as possible. He doesn't say much. Older, big, Teamster looking guy, looks like a truck driver. And
do we have comms that we can use to reach the truck, like either walkie-talkies or a CB radio?
Yeah, you'll have he'll give you a set of like encrypted radios.
Okay.
So yeah, short range, like it'll work over a couple miles. But yeah, you'll have that, and you'll be able to. They're like they're not lash mics. They're like walkie-talkie kind of things, but secure. Good question. So you start all loading up for that. Now, if you want to do any planning, if you want to do any research while you're doing this, you can. Or if there's any other actions you want to do before you hit the road, you're certainly, this would be the time to do them. So I'll just go to each of you. Yeah, sorry. Dwight.
There was one question. We have 3 places to hit up before we reach Mount Weather. That was Salt Lake City, Cheyenne Space Force Station, and Maryland.
Maryland is the end of the road.
Yeah, Maryland's the end of the road.
Okay, yeah, fair.
That's where the Mount Weather Emergency Center is. Yeah.
For the second one, Space Force Station, is that also cooling supplies?
It is resupply of like technical, like there's you're told to go there. You're not given an exact details of what is there, but you're guessing cooling supplies, but it is like you have to go there.
Hey,
okay.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We have to go there because that's where one of the big bunkers are. Can I spend some time to try and see if I can course out good routes to take that can hopefully speed up our trip, since it seems time is of the essence?
Sure. Like, what do you want to use for that?
Probably, at least at this time, probably navigate would be the best thing to use.
Yeah, navigate would be very good. What's your navigate at?
40.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
If this was a city, I would know.
Yeah. Well, you do know, like you're in Eastern Washington, and you're going south to get to Salt Lake City. Then you're crossing the Rocky Mountains, and then it's just plains, and then it's just flat after you get out of the Rockies, right? Like you have a lot of options, and as long as you keep moving, you should be fine.
City cop, there's nothing out there. It's just flat.
Yeah. Once you get past
look on the bright side, we'll see him coming.
Yeah, it's true.
Apart from
Fair
the
enough.
boxes, I'm sure it'll be fine. We can shoot him.
All right. So Raymond's searching the looking through maps, trying to figure out if there's any insight to it. And it's like, well, no, yeah, it's a lot of distance to cover. You're going to be driving for days, depending on how fast you go. It's at least like 30 hours of driving, estimate. So Alice, anything you want to be doing aside from prepping the gear? I mean, if you want to focus on prepping the gear, I can give you a bonus to something. Or
yeah, let's have a look. I don't have military science or anything
okay,
that would be good for making planning here, so I guess I'll prep the gear and put in a request to get some sustenance to keep us going in the van.
okay, yeah. So yeah, you load out. You're gonna have to make pit stops just for gas, if nothing else. So
yeah.
But yeah, you hit the military PX store. You get a bunch of Rivet energy drinks, and water and other essential supplies. So it's going to be pretty uncomfortable for sure, especially if you get in an ice cream truck. And let's see here. Steve is focusing on the truck, doing last minute checkups, making sure it's in tip top shape. Let's see
hope
here.
they leave some ice cream bars inside.
Oh no, they're emptying all out.
Ah, curses.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
we're
are.
gonna have ice.
Go buy your
Yeah.
own before we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are. The soldiers are divvying it up. The grunts are divvying it up. All the ice cream loot, as they're told to get rid of it and loading it with bags of ice.
let's
At
make sure
least
we've
our
got the
actions
manual
have had
for the
one
chilling
positive
unit.
impact on the world. Ice cream for soldiers.
Yep. Sorry, airmen. This is an Air Force base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They already have good food.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they're already spoiled.
Let's make sure we've got the maintenance manual for the chiller equipment.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be able to read that under pressure. It'll be good.
Yeah. So then, Dwight, any other last minute things you want to do before you hit the road?
You said 30 hours at least.
Yeah. I mean, that was on a failed navigate check.
Yeah, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be best to use a GPS in case, these motivated people can find that signal and come find us faster.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they had access to that kind of tech, being like a drug gang or something. But
I mean, they were
who
worried
knows?
about something take us out of the air. I'm going to keep my eyes up there a lot.
Yeah. You can only give me human checks.
Sure. But I was thinking maybe something to keep us awake longer, because I have pharmacy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, you can go ahead and give me that human check there first, Dwight, to kind of gauge how Steve and Michael are reacting to things, and okay, yeah.
69, that's a success, right?
Oh yeah, it is a success. Yeah, fuck it. 69. A nice roll.
Yeah.
You're guessing this is because of a very like an opposition force that they know about, and they're just not telling you. They're hoping that they don't know what you're guessing. They know the name of the opposition force, they know something about them, but they don't know if the opposition force can actually track your target or not. So yeah, they're hoping that
fact finding mission as well.
Yeah. So they're basically like, if you run into resistance, you could probably radio in and get more information on them, but like you're on the need to know, and technically you don't need to know right now, because as far as Delta Green is concerned, the bad guys won't be able to track you. This is just entirely precaution. But yeah, if you want to make a pharmacy check to go beyond what energy drinks can do,
That's still a fail. 58
Okay.
out of 40.
There's nothing. You actually come up with some. You have some ideas of things you could do, but they would be dangerous. With what you have on hand, you don't have anything that you would be like. You're going to be, because you're all going to be on the road for long periods of time, and you're not sure if it's going to be safe for like giving it to a driver or something like that.
It's not just enough for me to Google tracker upper.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, like, you have like access to uppers and stuff like that, but like failed pharmacy check, you don't know like how to. These are people you don't know how to do it for Sarah and Raymond. because like you just met them, you don't know their background or like
I could kill them. Maybe
yeah, you could
don't
kill
give
them.
it
Yeah,
to them.
so just energy drinks. Yeah, that'll be fine. Energy drink. Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Don't worry. Energy drinks and swapping out with like a 30-minute nap here or there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean you all take turns.
I also take Rapid Adrenaline from a visit to Britain, where they just sell it over the counter.
So the ice cream truck has they put some. They do a quick paint job to cover up the logos and stuff, but yeah, they it's very much an ice cream truck. Like I mean, like it's one you can actually walk into. Like it's a big truck. Well, it's let's see here. I'll just find a ice cream.
The only other thing I could think of is getting like at least one spare wheel for the transport vehicle and throwing it into the back of the ice cream truck. That would limit our movement.
I mean maybe 2, maybe 4, because if anybody were to stop us, they'd use the you could say they'd use the road spike tactic.
Yeah,
we might lose all.
So we should probably have some spare wheels, and thankfully, an ice cream truck big. We can just toss some interior.
Yeah, since we have extra.
Oh no, they just have like actually it's like stickers on there, so they just like there's some airmen are scraping off the stickers and stuff like that, so it's not as noticeable. But yeah, these are, let's see.
A keen-eyed child notices that brand of ice cream isn't sold in this state.
Yeah. Let's see.
It reports into its cult leader.
Yeah, I'll say it's like a let's see, ice cream truck step van. Step van. So let me pull up I'm looking at Google Images right now to pick like what it looks like, so we can have this verisimilitude, of let's see.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
I hope it's still going to play a little song whenever we need it to distract.
Oh yeah, no. Like, when we have to do pursuit, we just turn on the siren.
It's the warning signal. When whoever's in there plays that, everyone knows something's up.
All right, so you can see some of the what an ice cream truck step van looks like. Yep. So I'll let you pick which out of these 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one do you all want to have? Most of the stickers have been scraped off, but yeah. Which
3
kind of looks good.
3?
What do you guys think?
3 or
one that doesn't have all around windows.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's actually CGI art, so we'll do the pink one, hot pink. There we go.
Nothing conspicuous.
What I love about this is that at one point, one of us in the back there can open the windows, lean out, and shoot at someone from it.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
All right. Let's see.
Oh,
there we
is
go.
Immediately going into the territory of the game I played where we were in rabbit costumes, but carry on.
All right, so we got that in mind. So we'll go back to that whenever we need to. But
man, in terms of Delta Green stuff and things which I was thinking of doing this morning, I did not think finding an ice cream truck for special agents to transport stuff across country was going to be one.
Yeah, well, I had this is an idea. This is the first time I've run this scenario, so we're just sort of like,
oh no, this is awesome. Yeah. I'm going.
All right, so you all load in. You do not see Dr. Perrin, but you're just sort of told he's already in the semi truck trailer. Do you want to be in front or behind the truck? Like, oh yeah, who's going to be in the truck with Steve?
He's good at driving. He's good at driving an ice cream van.
So I'll probably be in the ice cream van.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably go in the ice cream van as well.
Okay, so Alice is in the semi truck with Steve, and the other 2 are in the ice cream truck.
Alice, you can say if you want us up front or in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we're going to have good visibility out the front of this semi, no visibility out the back. So I'm thinking you guys doing
Oh,
rear
in the
guard.
back. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Sounds like
Yeah.
an idea.
All right. So the two of you head off. And shortly after you hit the road, and there is a voice on your radio as you all check comms, like it is an old man's voice, very kindly sounding. He says, "Hello. We have not met in person, but I am Dr. Perrin, and I want to thank you all for accompanying me on this trip. I know this is not these are not ideal circumstances, but hopefully we will you will deliver me to safety, and you will make the world a safer place. And hopefully you don't need to know why or have to test your skills aside from endurance and your driving abilities. But if I need something, I will let you know. But I am in good health and humor right now. So, and then goes off. So
Seems friendly.
yeah.
For a popsicle, he's pretty friendly.
Yeah.
You can say he's a chill dude.
Yeah. Yes, I would.
You get a fate point, which
Yes!
can't be used in this game.
Nice.
Darn!
If you fall through some dimensions, maybe, just maybe, you'll land somewhere. It'll be of use.
Yeah. So yeah, you start driving, and it's just you probably I forgot how long. I think it's like 18 hours from Fairchild to Salt Lake City. I did look this up yesterday, but that was yesterday. It was a
That's
very
a
long
lot of
time ago.
driving.
Road closures, inclement weather.
Yeah, I will say
What
this
time
is
of year is it,
spring.
by the way? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's like April. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's some rain. But other than that, as you're leaving the state, but nothing too bad. And Steve, let's see here, makes his driving check. Yeah, he's fine. But our let's see, who is it? Dwight is driving the ice cream truck, or is it Raymond?
Probably Dwight for the first leg.
I
All right.
am. I was muted. Sorry.
Yeah. Just give me a driving check.
That is a success.
All right, yeah, going smooth, on time, on schedule as you're heading to a place on the outskirts of Salt Lake City. You have an address that corresponds to a large warehouse with a loading dock. You can tell that. So, yeah, Alice, you're in there with Steve. Steve turns on some music. It is classical music. And he otherwise does not seem eager to initiate a conversation. Do you wish to try to get to know Steve or talk, or you just sit in the silence, or talk with the other agents on the radio?
I think we'll do. Sorry,
yeah. Go ahead, because you got a lot of time right now. It seems.
Yeah,
like.
sure do. Should have brought some Sudoku or something. Yeah, I'll do regular check-ins with the guys in the ice cream van.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try and draw Steve into some chit chat. What's your favorite kind of ice cream, Steve? Sort of territory. We don't have it in stock, and yeah. Other than that, I guess just trying to stay aware and things like that.
You can give me a persuade check to try and get Steve to open up a little bit.
Sure. 49 under 70.
Okay, yeah.
Very persuasive.
You are. And then so Steve starts opening up a little bit. You start making small talk about ice cream. Steve talks about, his favorite ice cream bars from the cafeteria in the Green Zone in Baghdad. And how he can't find them in the States, like the Rippets. It's hard to get them in gas stations. That was the brand. The Ripit energy drinks were the ones that were sold at the PXs, but not, in civilian stores as much. So, yeah, so he starts talking about that a little bit. But eventually he starts like, man, yeah, I really hope that they don't track our guy. I don't want to, I don't know much about, you know anything about these assholes? They're tracking our guy, our boy here.
human Steve. I'm gonna say not as much as I think anyone would like us to know. I do pass human, by the way.
You did pass human. Okay, well,
Yeah,
Steve's
99 to 60.
Okay, one thing you can tell Steve is obviously a hardened combat vet. Like he has that. You get that sense that he has shot people and watched them fall down, and like has been shot at, and is no longer flinches when a bomb goes off nearby. Like,
Sure.
yeah, and Steve mentions, and he's at the stage where like he doesn't like he just knows things, but like if they tell him to go do a thing, he'll just do it. He doesn't question it anymore. He's just like, yeah, okay, it's a job, it's a living, right? So this is just another day at work for Steve. He's like,
Steve.
well, yeah, no, these guys. All I know is he, our boy here, pissed off. I don't know the name of the group, but I know that they're not drug. They're connected to drug traffickers. Yeah, and they got a lot of pull in that scene. So they like using pawns. So we may be not facing them, but you know, some people be given a big payday to go, you know, take out a truck. They might think that they're stealing a shipment of drugs. They might not even realize it. I don't know.
Real scumbags, eh?
Yeah. If anyone starts shooting at us, don't worry about. Yeah, don't worry about them. The world's a better place without any of them. So don't hesitate to take any of them out. So yeah, so he kind of lets that drop, and doesn't say much
Steve's
else.
got an inside line on all this.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I think that the group that our boy pissed off, they use a lot of product. I don't know why, but like something about it means they consume a lot of they're customers, not just sellers. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Hopefully we won't run into him.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, quiet day is the best day. So meanwhile, back in the ice cream truck, same question: what are you two doing aside from driving and watching the road?
I imagine we just chat, like
more or less chatting. The senator said, "What's your favorite ice cream?"
You're
the same line.
You should know. I've decided we work together, so like
I'd be down for
we
that.
know each other from the beat.
Okay, yeah.
You shoot people, I come pick them up. You know,
I get shot at, you pick me up.
Yeah, that too.
So
we just do the
small
whole
talk and
banter
discussion.
thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably giving me gripe about the chill dude comment earlier.
No, that was great. Really. That was like a high five.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's going well. You can all give me perception checks.
Hey, alertness, you mean?
Alertness. Yeah. Sorry.
Is that all of us?
Yeah. You're all looking around.
I knew that 2 was going to be the best roll I had because I can't pass nothing.
I did.
Don't worry, that's why you got me. Success.
59 over.
Man, these ribbons are really energetic.
Sorry, Alice. What?
No, it's fine. I didn't make it.
Okay. Yeah. So far, so good. None of you spot anything on the road. No suspicious vehicles. I mean, you left at like 2 a.m, like pitch black, so like and raining. The highways were pretty empty. Although you know, by the time you're just driving straight through to Salt Lake, only stopping for gas like once, I think once or twice. I'm not gonna like figure out how many times you have to stop for gas, but yeah, it's pretty. It's so far pretty easy. So you pull into the warehouse at Salt Lake without incident. The semi truck backs into there. They open up the loading dock. Something's going on in the warehouse, you're told. There's a little side office next to the big warehouse where you can go in, stretch your legs, use the restroom, rest for a moment, because this will take about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Park the ice cream truck away from where the vehicle is being loaded. If this group that we're dealing with is connections, they might know where we're. So through the skunk works and stuff like that, they might have some idea of where these stops might be, and so they might be looking for vehicles of happenstance.
We could do a stakeout outside so that we're keeping track of anybody arriving or leaving.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is like an abandoned, well, not abandoned, but like fairly empty industrial zone, and near one of the highways outside of Salt Lake City. I'd say, let's see here, 2 a.m. It's about early evening when you get there, and there's not, the workday is done actually, so like it's not very busy right now, not totally abandoned, but like there's not much going on. But yeah, those of you, if you're all going to be looking around, you can give me another set of perception checks.
Yep.
I pass.
Another success.
But if you're doing that, you're let's see here, all of you lose 2 willpower.
Hey.
Yep. It's beginning to take a toll on you. All the work. And as you don't rest, as you stay focused on the job. So let's see here. Did any of you? Nothing so far. I assumed at least one of you made it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we all did.
Okay, good. Yeah. But I am going to get some water. I'll be right back. You can plot amongst yourselves, but I need to refill my glass.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the first leg.
Okay.
We still have plenty to go.
Yeah. It's
That was the better part of the day.
Okay, so Salt Lake to Cheyenne.
Sorry, I might
It's
just
not gonna be
refill my
30
water
hours, is
quickly.
it?
I'll be right back.
It's about 6 hours to Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's where we're going. So not too long, but then after that, Wyoming to Maryland is going to be a long haul. At least another 28 hours on top of the 6 hours.
Yeah, so that estimate of 30 hours was way off.
Yeah.
We'll need to stop somewhere to get a rest.
Mm-hmm. We'll be passing through some major cities if we take the most direct routes.
Is there anywhere we can stop along the way where we can have backup if we get ambushed while resting? Is that something we can radio in and say, like, okay, we do need a rest on the way?
There's probably some places that we can reach out to. I would hope that there might be other cells that we can just sort of say, hey, help. But
we should have turned this into some kind of mad convoy.
Mad Delta Green convoy.
All right, so I'm back. And
charity driving rally.
Yeah.
Okay.
The agency. Yeah.
Yes, because having so many Norwegians around the target is a good idea.
Isn't Norwegians not necessarily just innocents, but it's like vectors?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. That's from like the Lover in the Ice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason they say it's Norwegian is because of the thing, because the guy.
Oh, now I get it.
God, yeah. Uh,
I love
Extra
Thank
fun
you.
because I'm Norwegian and I'm with you.
Aw. So, the truck is done with its resupply, whatever's happening in there, and you all get the road again, and start heading to the Cheyenne Mountain. Let's see here, Space Force Station. And so you start heading east. And you can all give me perception checks again.
Hey.
And perception checks, and what else? The Dwight can give me a driving check.
All right.
Yeah.
I fail my
Oh, no.
driving check,
Okay.
but I succeed my perception check.
Well, it's not a critical fail, right?
Nope.
Okay.
It isn't.
All right. So Dwight, you're getting in. Basically, what happens as you get closer to Colorado, you get a little separated from the truck. There's just traffic, and there's just cars, and you can't stay next to the truck all the time. You are behind it, but you're a couple car lengths back.
I radio that in, sounding frustrated.
Okay. So Steve looks at you and just kind of waits to see if you do anything, Alice, or say anything. Are they like, is this good? Are we good? Is this a problem? Do we need to change plans? Like, it's that kind of look. He doesn't actually say that, but he's like,
Yeah. We'll give them a couple of minutes, see if they can get back up.
Well, I mean, you're on the road. You could. Steve was like, "Do you want me to go pull it in the next rest stop or something, so they can catch up?" Or
They're only a couple of cars behind, right?
well, it's like on the highway though, so they're like, they're still in sight, but barely. Like it's
okay.
yeah.
Difference
Ice cream
between
trucks are not.
tires.
Weirdly enough, ice cream trucks are not great for extended highway driving.
Yeah, probably also don't accelerate real fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're a lot of cars are passing the ice cream truck. Like,
I just sort of like looking at this weird thing traveling cross country.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people are like, what the fuck are you doing?
Next rest stop we kind of pull in, but purely just to slow down a bit. We don't exactly stop, and then
all right,
these guys can pull in behind us, and we can pull out as a unit.
Okay.
Well, they can let us out.
Okay, so you do that, and for this new round of perception checks, it looks like at least Alice made a perception check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, all right, so you both did. Okay, so the problem that's coming up is that you're going into a tunnel. That you realize you're going through the where is it? The Eisenhower Johnson tunnels, which go through the Rocky Mountains, quite literally. And let's see here. Look at some photos, some images of this.
Lovely verisimilitude.
Yeah, thank you. I realized, hey, we're doing this online. We could just do this, and let's see here. Oops.
As a non-local, I appreciate this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm seeing it to the lower right there.
Sorry, that's the where the fuck is it? Trying to get the right one. I have multiple browsers open. There it is. All right. And so the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels go through the Rocky Mountains, and
we're not seeing them. If you have that.
Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, because I don't have it up. There we go.
Sure.
These are the external things. So you can see this is as you're leaving. But let's see here.
That's not ominous at all.
Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll just go. If you look inside, let's see here. There are. It's
a big tunnel.
It's a very big tunnel. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, like that's what it's like inside. Yeah. What could go wrong?
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Love what they've done with it.
So, yeah, that's coming up. And you kind of this is the most you would have to go all. It would be a huge detour to try and like go around this. Based on your, yeah, this is the most direct path. So, and you failed your navigation check earlier, so you didn't plan around it. So, so as you're getting out of the tunnel, let's see here. Alice made a check. So Dwight, you see a van behind you. And it is you're getting a bad. You made your perception check, so you're getting you're just like
the way they're driving is indicating that they have a goal. They want to get past us. They want to.
They are actually not getting past you. That's the thing. They are matching your speed. When you slow down, they slow down. They're wanting to stay behind you.
But we're not the actual truck, so they've made us.
Yeah. So, but you're getting ready to leave. You're getting ready to leave. You're inside the tunnel right now when you pick this up, and you're getting ready to leave the tunnel, like right outside. So, like the first image, you're about to hit that. You're about to get outside and get in this area, like right here.
Right.
So. I'll sort of go with Dwight. You're the one who spotted it. So what is your first reaction to this suspicious like van, panel van? No windows inside, like a commercial, like not like the kind of van that like plumbers and like utility people would use around town. So you know, yeah.
Well, they've made the stupid mistake of being behind us. So I'll radio to Alice and ask for permission that we have a suspicious van behind us, keeping track. Should we deploy the spike trip?
Sorry, as my perception thing, presumably there are loads of public cars around us as well.
Right now you're hitting this pretty late at night, so there's some vehicles, but not a whole lot. This is like 10:30 p.m. Like it is not super crowded right now, but there is some traffic for sure.
Yeah. I'm somewhat hesitant to cause a major crash in a tunnel. On a major public highway. I feel like that could go poorly for us. We don't want to get chased down by cops, because then we will definitely have to stop.
I think Dwight would look over at me because I'm the cop.
That
is a joke.
How do we know? Do we know how long they've been following for?
No, you. I mean, there's cars all around. You've been driving for over a day, 24 hours at this point. With rotating. Obviously Raymond's had to drive some as you've taken turns sleeping. Steve is actually, he's been driving this whole time, and so you're beginning to. Oh, actually, I guess they would rotate tire. Actually, Steve's going to be swapped out at Cheyenne Mountain, so like, they'll have a new driver for the truck.
You'll get Steve too.
Yeah.
He's Steven. It's fine.
It's his twin.
How far out are we from Cheyenne?
Eisenhower. It's probably it's. Let's see here. I'm gonna say it's a ways. Yeah. It is definitely not. Yeah, it's out like. Let's just we can actually.
Cheyenne is near Colorado Springs. Where's the actual tunnel?
It's 2 hours. You're 2 hours away from the thing.
So rapid help is not gonna be.
Nope, outside of like standard highway patrol and that kind of thing.
Right.
Like,
and Cheyenne.
But you don't have much time. You need to
address the issue.
Yeah. So Dwight, your action was to tell the others on the radio.
Yep.
And you're driving down
and ask for permission to deploy the spike trip.
I'm gonna move into the back of the truck and grab a long gun just in case.
Okay. All right. So you're getting ready. Yeah. All right. So Alice, what do you do?
They're directly behind the ice cream van, right?
Yeah, they're staying behind it.
All right, drop the spike trap.
Okay. All right.
This can only go well.
only go well.
All right, so
I feel like this is fractionally better than just shooting at them in a tunnel.
All right, so Raymond, athletics or dex ×5 to open up the window and throw out the spike strip.
He could also open up the back door.
Well, yeah. Do you want to open the side window or the back door?
If you do the side window, I can try to, navigate so that we kind of.
I'm not sure how you're going to
jump
deploy
in
this
front
out of the
of
moving
the
vehicle, but go on then. If you open the rear doors and hold on, I was going to say, if there was some way to hold on to the trap, but deploy it vertically almost, so like in a line going back, so they run over it, then they crash, then we pull the strip spikes back in and keep going. But that might require more dexterity and physical strength than is plausible.
And a certain amount of madness, yes.
I'm just a man of average dex, I would like everybody to know.
So what are you doing, Raymond?
Oh boy.
Can I use drive to aid him?
Depends on what he does. Yeah.
Okay, so it's either athletics or dexterity, you said. So it's
Yeah,
probably gonna
yeah,
have to go
two-
with the dex ×5 because my athletics is not that good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly athletics, so yeah, dex ×5 is fine. But are you, I guess the real question is, are you doing this out the side window? Because you do have an ice cream truck that does have a side window, or are you doing it, are you throwing open the back doors?
Could I say something? He is a cop, so he would know how to deploy these.
I was
Yeah.
if I could use my criminology skill.
No.
Okay, for police.
Well, not for anything physical.
Not for this.
Criminology,
Okay.
Yeah, it's purely academic, like knowledge of how crime works, or like how
when
crime
investigating
is,
the scene, not committing the scene.
Like, how does this drug operation work? Like how? Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
So,
Okay.
yeah, back window. It's very simple, like side window, back door, or otherwise, if you don't pick like Sood, you're just.
I'm probably going to do the back door because then I can splay it out, so you can possibly get both tires instead of praying that we get one line of tires.
Okay.
It's gonna be very risky to me, but at least I have armor.
Yeah, you realize as you throw open the back doors, it's gonna be you're not gonna be able to like close them while the vehicle's in motion. Like they're open now, they're swinging open like it's an ice cream truck. There's no light. Yeah. So give me that dex ×5, and you really don't want to crit fail.
And do not fall out of a moving ice cream.
Well, it fails the dex thimes5, but I don't crit fail.
All right, so you throw them, but they don't deploy, and they kind of like you don't get. And the truck's the van is easily able to get around it. So all right, but they now know that you know that.
Not good, Dwight.
Yep. So Alice, you're exiting the tunnel now. Give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Faster would be better.
I don't make that.
Okay. So let's see if Steve does. Steve has a penalty. He's been driving a long time. He doesn't critically fail. So you are a bullet hits the windshield of the semi truck.
Good.
And fortunately, it's bulletproof. You're not adapted to violence, so go ahead and give me a sand check. As someone just tried to kill you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no sand loss. But there is a motorhome pulling out of the basically on the side of the, like, it was just waiting, and it's getting in the middle of the road. And
as if to stop us.
Yeah, it's a big ass obstacle. And the van is slowing down actually as you're doing that. So we're doing this round by round. So so Steve is slamming on the brake. Well, not slamming on the brakes, but stopping the vehicle. You're gonna have to. There's no. Yeah, the truck is yeah, he doesn't want to crash the vehicle. That's sort of the option, is to crash or to not crash. Alice, you are bracing as the brakes hiss. Dr. Perrin crackles on the radio. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see. The van is behind the ice cream truck is slowing down and stopping. Actually, even though it didn't hit the spike strips, but it is pulling out diagonally. So that was that round. So next, the truck. So the semi truck is slowing down. It is going to stop at the end of this round. Alice, you can make another perception check, or you can do something else. You can even jump out of the truck at this point. It is not stopped entirely, but it is slow enough that you could jump out with only some bruises.
How far ahead is the home?
Probably about 100 yards, 300 feet, 100 meters ish.
I feel like I probably shouldn't jump out of a moving vehicle. Actually, I'll do another perception.
Okay, you're all right. Yeah, go ahead. You're scanning it.
While pulling flashbangs out of my bag. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, you can do one or the other. You can't really. You're either reaching in for your bag and grabbing your flashbangs, or you're scanning.
I rolled perception anyway and failed it.
All right, so you're scanning. There's a lot of motion. It's dark. Yeah. So that was your action. Steve is stopping the truck. You're gonna have to get that motorhome out of the way if you want to move forward. Let's see here, Dwight. You can see the truck up ahead is stopping.
I also heard a gunshot, probably.
Maybe? That would. Let's see here. Probably Alice would just say we're under fire. Like
I would. Yeah.
You probably heard a pop. Actually, yeah. It's not a silenced weapon that was shot. So yeah.
We're getting pincered. Should we take care of the opposition behind, or should we try to get rid of the obstacle ahead?
Deal with the guys behind, because they'll just come up and get us from the back. Otherwise, you're in a better position to deal with them. If push comes to shove, we can turn the semi around and go back down the tunnel, if that's clear.
Yeah, that'll be a long way around, but if they were here waiting for us, they probably not what they're waiting for us on the other end again.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So what are you doing, Dwight?
I'm slowing down and positioning the car so that my good friend Raymond can do his police officer thing and maybe give a warm greeting to the guys behind us.
All right, give me this will help him based on your driving check. So,
woo!
Hey, that's a success.
Okay. Do you want to position him so he can shoot out the back or shoot out the side?
Side, of course.
Side.
Okay.
Just because it's cooler.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, you can shoot this round, Raymond. You can see that basically you're lining up the ice cream truck to do a broadside on the van. And you have the cannon, you have the gun.
Naval diplomacy on the high seas.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So you throw open the side window. You take out your assault rifle, and you can see the van behind you is stopping. And let's see here. I should probably pull up the actual stats, because you actually have military weapons. Agent handbook. Delta Green Agent handbook. That's the wrong one. I have like 4 editions of this. Well, I have like the alpha PDFs in my thing, as well as the actual release. So it's like I should probably use the final release and not the what do you call it?
Testing version data.
Weapons. Here we go. Hand weapons, guns, firearms. All right, so probably you can fire in burst mode for 10% lethality, or single shot for 1d12. Let's see here. Yeah. That's probably You have a light rifle or carbine, but full able to do bursts.
And we were able to get the scopes, right?
Yeah. So plus 20 to hit, but you're on a moving vehicle, so that'd be negative 20. So you're kinda,
Okay, so it mitigates out.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go with burst just to hopefully, if I can't
Okay.
hit with one
what
shot,
about my
hopefully
help?
Yeah. Well, that means you're doing it without like a negative 40 penalty because you're like you're
I'm
spinning
holding
the-
on for dear life inside.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing a power slide in an ice cream man.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't knock the ice cream on its truck on its side, and yeah, it's stable enough.
I
that it
didn't
can actually-
slow so abruptly fell out the back door.
That too. Yeah, that would have been really good.
This is just not my week.
Yeah. So you can give me perception checks to identify targets on the van.
Sure. I'll do that. Then, bam, bam, bam. I'm guessing alertness would be it since.
Yeah, alertness. Sorry, I keep saying perception.
Yep.
Yeah.
I continue my failures.
Okay. Well, there's a driver. There's got to be a driver.
There's got to be one.
All right. Yeah. So you can make a base. Firearms check at the.
Let's hope this works.
Uh-huh.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. You fire shot. You don't even see where the shots go. But the van is actually also sort of pulling up as a broadside.
Shit.
And both doors. There's two people. And they both get out of the vehicle. But they fire ineffectually at. Let's see here. Actually, one of them does. Well, no, the driver would not be able to do that. So, yeah. The one of them does hit the vehicle, your ice cream truck. So there's a bullet hole in it, in the side wall now. So let's see here. New round. The semi truck has come to a stop. There's more. Another rifle shot hits the windshield. Steve ducks under the and has a handgun. Is like, looks at you. So Alice, what are you gonna do?
I guess I'm gonna have to try and get out and shoot somebody.
Okay. All right.
If I can use the truck door as cover, that would
Yep.
be nice.
All right. Give me athletics.
Cool. Made it. 21
Okay.
under 50.
All right, so you get out, you start hustling. You can see they have actually been firing at sort of all the vehicles in the area. There's several other cars between you and the motorhome. You run up behind an SUV and use it as cover. There are people screaming already. Basically, just off like out of sight of the tunnel exit. There's hills and trees and all around it. The shooters are just shooting from the side. They had set up an ambush ahead of time and are
So
now
they're
just
not shooting from the motorhome.
No, the motorhome just was rolled out there and is just using to keep you pinchered in. So but you can see there is one the closest shooter you can see from the muzzle flash. So you made your athletics check. You can return fire. You will have a plus 20 since you're on foot. You're not in a moving vehicle, and you made your athletics check. So
Yeah, I guess I'll try and shoot them
Mm-hmm.
with probably the assault rifle.
Yep.
22.
Oh, geez.
ATF,
Roll.
baby.
Yeah. Roll lethality. It's I don't know if there is crit damage for lethality because it's lethality, but let's see here. It's a really good question because damage, lethality rating. Lethality rolls do not critically succeed, but the attack roll can. If the attack roll is critical to success, double the lethality rating, double the HP. Okay, so you have a 20% lethality rating. So roll percentile again.
14.
So that is still enough to kill him. Because I believe that would be
14.
yeah,
HP?
14, and that's double, so that's 28 damage. So that's a lot of damage to a human. So
Yeah, he's not well.
no, his head explodes. And he goes down. Give me another sand check for violence.
Well, can she really see him explode?
Yes.
Carl.
Yeah, she has a scope.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make it.
Yep. Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I've been trained to shoot people in the head. It's fine.
He just dropped like a puppet who had its strings cut.
Oh no, there's viscera, like there is an explosion there. Like there's like the head.
I'm too busy. I've not got time to freak out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a number of other shooters.
There are a number of other shooters. You've not figured that out. So you're doing well. They'll start, targeting you next round.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah. So the meanwhile, the ice cream truck. Let's see here. Dwight, you've pulled the car. The ice cream truck has stopped. So Raymond will have a +20 to shoot. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
I mean, just like
you can get out and start shooting as well. You could
Do those guys have flashbangs?
Yeah, if you have I assume you have some flashbangs. You make athletics checks to throw a flashbang at them.
Sure, I could try that, but I think I'd rather try the firearms because
Okay.
at least then I have 40 rather than 30.
Yeah, fair.
But like I have a question. They stopped, and we stopped them like earlier than perhaps they intended to because we made them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we could just drive onwards.
Yeah, you could. If you want to start driving again, you can.
Because then they just have to get in their car again, and maybe the car is an easier target to fuck up than people's heads. For my buddy here.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to
do? Drive or shoot? I'll ask my buddy.
Okay. Right.
I'd rather try and throw some lead down range right now than try and shoot from moving. At least one quick burst, and then maybe pull out very fast if it doesn't seem to work.
I'll grab a gun and go like, oh fuck.
All right. You're in the driver's seat right now. Yeah. So
I'll miss ineffectually.
Okay. Are you shooting from the driver's seat? Like you just rolled the window down and shot? Okay.
I leaned out and shot behind me.
All right. Good. So let's see here. Raymond, you can make another shooting check.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make another burst on one of the guys that hopped out and started shooting at us.
Mm-hmm. Now you have a +1.
Passes finally by 3 points. Thank God we got the scopes.
All right. He is not going to dodge. So go ahead and roll lethality.
Okay, and that's the 100 for a 10, right?
Yeah, you need just roll percentile.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, he's quite dead.
Wow.
Yeah. Shot him right in the neck, and he goes down. And he just falls right down. Give me a sand check for violence.
Okay.
We may not be very alert, but we're real good at shooting.
I'm pass.
All right. Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
One day I'll make it to SWAT.
So the other guy has a civilian rifle, so he does not have burst mode, but he is going to return fire at Raymond. And rolls a 72, so he misses. But yeah, you're being shot at, Raymond. One more sand check.
Nope, that one got me.
Okay. It is 3 sand as a bullet whizzes by your face.
Shit.
Yeah. It is turns out it is quite stressful to be shot at and to shoot someone. Yeah. But you're still fine right now. You haven't broken or anything. So
Should I roll sanity?
you did see someone die. So yeah, you saw one of the shooters go down. So go ahead and give me a sand check
I'm
for that.
fine.
Okay, yeah.
Been there,
Yeah,
done that.
He's
Yeah.
seen more of stuffing my guts back into me after a bad bust.
Yeah. So the let's see here. New round. One of the other shooters is actually going to shoot at Alice first. Let's see here. Yeah, roll a 65, so that misses. But another one, actually two shooters. There are two more shooters, and the other one is also going to shoot at Alice. And this is going to be to suppress you. So
Is that distinct to trying to actually hit me?
So yeah, there's a second shooter opens up with a fully automatic weapon, like a rifle or machine gun. So and that will actually hit. Now you do have cover from the vehicle, so
And my armor.
and you have armor too. So let's see here, behind cover. Let's see here. So heavy vehicle armor, medium. All right. So yeah. All right. So that will be normally 10. Yeah. So you get you feel a basically there's a you're being suppressed right now. And you will take 1 point of damage as the SUV is riddled with gunfire. And you feel some of the bullets actually get through the vehicle and hit your armor, bruising you. So yeah, this is a high yeah, this is a lot of lead being thrown at you. So you can go prone and find cover, or you can suppress your terror and act normally at the cost of 1 sand. And then you'll need to make an alertness check to figure out where this is coming from, because you're not looking at it right now because you're cowering behind the SUV wheel well. So yeah.
I'm gonna suppress it.
Okay.
And cost myself a sand. So it's just 1, right?
Yep.
And then you say roll perception.
Yeah, alertness to figure out where the auto fire is coming
I've
from.
started going in position. Oh my god, I haven't passed a single awareness check this game.
Okay, so yeah, you don't know where.
Not nice.
Yeah, you don't know where it's coming from. You peek up, you don't see this. Yeah. So in order to get a better view, you could make a dodge check to get to another vehicle for a better look, or you can just sit tight where you are. But obviously the SUV is getting shot up, so you don't know how much longer it can last. So you don't have any great options right now. You're kind of pinned down. It kind of sucks. And yeah, you're already starting to hurt. So what do you want to do?
Do I have to use dodge? Could I use athletics to leg it to a different vehicle?
No, it'd be dodge because you're being shot at, like actively being shot at.
So my options are dodge or.
You can make a blind fire check at like half your firearms.
Where's my firearms 50? Yeah, my dodge is. I'll try dodging to somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna work, but let's give it a go. No, 38 over 30.
Okay, with 38 out of 30, you just don't see an opportunity for you that you feel confident. You try and judge when the shooter's going to reload, and you don't figure it out, and they start shooting again. So yeah, you're just stuck there. But yeah, you spent this round like trying to time a move, but without someone else to cover you. Steve's not coming out of the truck. Steve is just sitting there.
Steve.
Yeah, well, yeah, you try to say that over the radio, but I don't know. All the gunfires kind of and the screams. There's a lot of people screaming now. There's people just wandering out in open. You see a person getting shot, or there are a couple of people bleeding on the ground, on the road. Yeah, it's just turned into a massive clusterfuck. So
Is there not like a permanent like security presence in this tunnel or anything?
Not at the tunnel, at least not right now. I mean, or maybe they've already dealt with that. You don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So let's see here. New round. Let's see. There's one shooter left back in the van. Actually, did they? Yeah, no, they did shoot. So Dwight, you get to go first. Then the shooter will, and then Raymond.
Right. I guess I'll just shoot the other guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You shoot. He is going to return fire at you. And he gets a 13. So that will actually hit you.
Yes, it will. My dodge fails.
Well, you can't dodge. You shot. Like, you only get one action.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you're just sitting in your car, so you don't really have space to dodge right now. So, yeah.
They shot the medic. How could they?
Yeah, but with your armor, you only take 2 damage.
Ow.
So, yeah.
And I'll roll SAN.
Yep.
I'm fine on the dot.
All right. So, let's see here. Raymond. Yeah, you see the other shooter. He's just running up. He's just like, he just went prone on the ground. So he's just like lying down a bit of a distance away from the van. And yeah, shooting back at all of you.
Okay. This seemed like trained maneuvering, or just doing that because it's the only real option he's got?
Probably some kind of training to know to go prone and not just stand there like an idiot.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna take my time, aim, and squeeze off another burst, and hopefully get him so we can get over to the other people and get out of this shit.
Yeah.
Oof.
So
nope. That's a miss.
Just a regular failure there. Okay,
yeah. That's regular.
Yeah.
The gun does not blow up in my hands, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. So meanwhile, Alice, you're pinned behind the SUV. And let's see here. There's 2 shooters, the auto fire one and the single fire one. The single fire one is actually not shooting at you. They're shooting at the you don't know what they're shooting at. You're pinned behind the thing, but the auto fire one is definitely suppressing you. Yeah, you're definitely being suppressed. If you want to act, it's another standpoint. But they don't do any damage to you this round. Yeah, and your SUV, the SUV that you're behind, is getting fucked up. You also hear some meaty sounds. Like there's definitely there's at least one person in this vehicle that is now just meat. Yeah. So it's not optimal.
Don't get into the truck.
So yeah, same choices as last time, unless you can get somebody to do something to help you. Yeah. Or you can give me an alertness check to look for another. Actually, do you have stealth?
Yeah, I got stealth at 30.
Okay. You realize you're actually near the divider. And if you make a stealth check, you can get over the divider and sort of belly crawl along it and get a new angle.
All right, let's give it a whirl.
Okay.
No.
All right, you're caught out. The other shooter has been watching you to see if you do something like that. And that barely misses. So a bullet whizzes by you as you go behind that, and the auto fire stops. And now you don't know where either shooter is.
Cool.
So yeah, new round. Alice, you get to act first. You can give me. Well, you don't have military science.
No.
So yeah. Yep. What are you gonna do?
Can I try and persuade Steve to give me a hand? and like offer some cover fire?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm
yeah.
just gonna die on this central reservation.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a persuade check.
There's a part of me that fears.
Oh
that Steve got it.
no,
fuck.
no.
That's a 99.
Steve is like, I have orders not to leave the cab.
Enjoy dying in the cab, then, Steve.
Yeah.
I regret
So
not just hurling a flashbang over the barricade.
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, why not? In the general direction.
Yeah.
It's night. It's dark out, right? Maybe it'll dazzle them.
Yeah.
If they do have night lights, ooh.
Oh yeah. Also, you can throw one back at Steve.
I'll do that. We might need him to drive. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, don't get out of the vehicle, right?
Well,
will
you
that
can
be
belly.
next turn?
Yeah. No, you can do it this round. You just, I mean, just talking on the mic didn't, on the radio to
All right.
call.
I'll try hurling a flashbang in the direction roughly where I think the guys are shooting from.
All right. Yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, that's another critical failure.
Oh, guess what?
No.
Yeah.
You-
do I
you-
drop
you-
it on myself?
No, you sort of like overextend and you your arm and part of your shoulder and head are out of cover long enough for them to get another shot at you.
Oh Lord.
But that's a 90, so that misses again.
That's a small mercy.
Yeah. So you throw it ineffectually, you hit a civilian with it. There's more screaming. Yeah.
We can blame that on those other guys. Trying to take us out off for all this.
So yeah, you're just I mean, the thing is they're focused on you and not the truck right now, so they really want to kill you. But you realize you can be intelligent times 5.
I mean, does he really need to? They're not destroying.
Luckily,
the
I'm
truck,
ingenious. 56 under 70.
Well, you realize only the single shot person was shooting at you this round. You don't know what the auto fire person is doing, so you're guessing they're actually repositioning to get an angle on you, which is going to be really fucking bad. So in about a round or two, whenever they get on the other side of that divider and they can just hose you down without, because then you're pinned because they're on that side of the divider and the single shot shooters on the either both sides of the divider are going to be covered. So so because you made your intelligence check, though, you could say if you think that's going to happen, you could just lie down and wait for the cover for the auto fire shooter to appear and try and cap them. As soon as they pop up. So because they're anticipating you think that they're Alex is just going to be moving. They're not going to be ready for me to pop over and shoot them. So but if you are, then you can get the drop on them. So it's the classic game of who is going to do what, anticipating what your opponent's going to do. But Dwight, you can give me another shot.
All right. Really kind of just want to leave.
Oh, well, you can drive too. Yeah.
I'm good with that.
All right, give me a drive check.
Right. Then let me find the channel again. Yep, that's a success.
Okay. Yeah, you
Heal
start
out
to
of there.
Yeah. The shooter will get one last shot at you, but they roll a 77, so they crit fail. All right, never mind. They're gun jams, and you're able to start pulling up. So let's see. The single, so both the two shooters up front, they don't shoot this round. Alice, you're just waiting. And so give me an alertness check. Can you see them before they see you?
Probably not. Given the way these
Your
have
one
been
weakness.
Yeah.
Going. I've got 50. Oh, 41.
Hey!
Yay.
Was that so that makes it?
Finally.
All right. You see them, and you're scoped in, so you get plus 20.
Yay.
You really want to make this.
I know.
Ooh.
9.
All right. They were not anticipating
okay.
this, so they do not dodge. So go
Good.
ahead and roll through lethality.
72.
All right, so that's 9 damage. Now they have a vest on, so they are shot, and but they are still alive.
Unfortunate.
And yep. So he will have a penalty, but he is going to return fire. As you stitch him across the chest. He goes down, and he fires a burst in return at you. But he rolls a 84, so he misses. And yeah, the bullets go whizzing off into the night.
Probably hitting some more hapless civilians.
Yeah. You hear another scream. So let's see here, Dwight. A bullet cracks the windshield of the ice cream truck as you pull ahead. Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine it passes through the windshield, given that it's an ice cream truck.
Yep.
Just go,
You take another 2 damage with that. So yeah, it hits you right in the vest after it goes through the windshield, so it's slowed down a bit. But it's a rifle bullet, so yeah, it still hits. And give me a drive check to not crash the vehicle from being shot.
Please don't. I don't think I'm stable.
I crit succeed. I see where the fucker is based on the angle of how I got hit.
Yeah, do you wanna let Raymond do another broadside then?
Yeah, he's right up there. And
All right. Yeah, Raymond, you can make a firearms check at base.
Nope. I just throw lead around him.
Yep. So
I can't hit the broadside of a barn, clearly.
Yeah.
Or the broadside of a van.
Yeah. So Alice, you're both basically just staring at each other from 100 feet away on the road. You're on the ground prone. He's fell to the ground bleeding. You're all just Can you kill him before he kills you?
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh no. That's 81 over 50.
All right. So even with your bonus, because you're scoped
What's my bonus?
Plus 20.
20. No, that'll make it 81 over 70.
Okay, yeah. But he crit fails with a 66.
Does he accidentally shoot himself? That would be great. Maybe
no,
he rolls into the path of my bullets.
No, it's like you can see now he has like an illegally modified like AKM with like a magazine, like a box magazine, so like 100 rounds, and those things jam quite easily actually. So his gun jams and he frantically drops it.
Oh, Pikachu face.
Yeah.
Your ATF says tingle. That's not allowed.
Yeah. That
is an offense.
Yeah. So he's going to be drawing his pistol, but you'll get another shot. So yeah.
Cool.
Well, we're just going to take care of
that. 70 out of 70.
All right. Yeah. Roll lethality.
That is 77.
Okay, he's very
healed.
dead. It's just 14 damage, which is more than enough to kill him. So yeah, he goes down in his body is ripped apart by the bullets, and his body falls limp in the ground as he's trying to clear the pistol from his belt. Meanwhile, let's see here. Raymond, you can give me another shot on the remaining shooter.
Okay. Have we stopped, or are we still in motion?
That's up to Dwight.
Still in motion.
Okay. Base shot.
Yep.
Yes!
Finally.
All right.
Clearly, I just can't use the copy function.
Yeah. All right. Roll. Percentiles for lethality. All right, that's 9 damage. He has armor, so he's not dead, but he is wounded, so he'll have a negative 20. You shoot him, and let's see if he shoots you.
A moving target?
Yeah, a moving target. He does miss because of his penalties. Oh no.
We lost him. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I don't know. Yeah.
I'll just say that my drive check is to get us to that moving home.
Yeah, the mobile home. Yeah, sure.
Motorhome,
Yeah.
Because I want to get that out of the way so we can drive out of here.
Yeah. All right. Fair.
I mean, that will
Let's
certainly
see if
help.
he comes back. Alice can probably do her round if she can see. She sees where we're shooting, right?
All right. Well, did you make your driving check?
He's back.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So with that, you're able to get up so that Raymond or you could jump out and get in the motorhome driver's seat pretty next round. So you're close enough that either of you can do that. Let's see. Alice, you can pop up and take a shot at the remaining shooter.
Yeah. Let's do that. Have I still got plus 20 on this? Yeah, 60 out of 70. That's
all right. I mean, yeah, go and roll lethality, but he has not many points left. So
6.
Yeah, that's still enough. He was already wounded.
Nice.
So yeah, he falls down. And as Dwight stops the ice cream truck, so Dwight or Raymond, which one of you is going to the motorhome to?
I'll hop out since Dwight's still driving the other thing, so I could just drive it out of the way.
Yep.
He slows down. I hop in. We just convoy on out.
As you're doing that,
I'll radio that there's still one guy left behind us.
Oh yeah, there is. He is on foot though, so he's gonna have to spin around. Let's see, make his athletic check. He crit fails that, so he's out of breath.
Also, his gun
tripped over that bullet hole I made right in front of him.
Yeah.
Also, his gun is jammed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his gun is jammed, and you don't have to worry about him unless you're loitering. You do hear the PA system crackles on. There is a PA system for the nearby rest area, and it says there's just this voice like, leave him and you all live. We won't stop until he's back, until he pays for what he's done. Just leave him. This is only the beginning. The disciples will be back. We'll be back. So Raymond, give me a drive check to get the motorhome out of the way.
Also, clearly, we are not getting any backup because if they're on the PAs, they've clearly killed whoever is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pass.
Okay. Let's see.
Any crazy bric-a-brac I see when hopping in?
So you do pass. So you start moving the motorhome out of the way. As you move the motorhome out of the way, Alice, are you heading back to the semi-truck to jump back in?
Yeah, although is there another shooter wandering around close by?
Well, give me an alertness check.
That's a 95 out of 50.
Okay.
Statistically, I shouldn't be failing as often as I am.
Dicebot is bloodthirsty.
I hate you, Dicebot.
Yeah. Dwight, you can't really see. You're parked up next to the motorhome, so you don't have an angle down the road. Steve radios to all of you, says there's someone up ahead. He's doing something. I see a blue light. So you're too late to actually act or do anything before that, but there is a person up ahead. You can't make them out. They're far enough away that they're just kind of like a silhouette, but there's this weird blue light around them. That's when there is a manifestation of blue light in this weird spherical form. It crackles, it ripples, and sort of like there's this sense that you feel like the entire universe is breathing, and it inhales and exhales, and all of you feel this more than anything else, but you see it as well. It's hard to describe. So all of you give me sand checks.
That's
On
not
the
a
right
disturbing
side-
thing to feel the universe.
I am not
breathe.
fine.
I have been better.
I'm totally fine with this situation.
All right. Those of you who make it only lose 1 sand. Who failed?
I did.
All
I
right. You take Dwight. You lose 4 sanity. As
I
Have you reached your breaking point?
No. I want to.
project. All right.
Yep.
So
1d4.
Mhm.
Or is it auto success or?
Yeah, it's 1d4 willpower, 1d4 off a bond, and 1d. Let's see here. Yeah, unnatural. Here we go.
Willpower first.
Mhm.
That's 3. And off a bond, that's also 3. Fitting enough.
Okay.
So I then lose 3 less, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So sorry, Mom. Well, you encouraged me into this pursuit, so I'm gonna blame you for this.
Somebody's not getting called on their birthday.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's see here. I'm trying to find out the stats for this. Yeah, those of you who make your sanity checks, you look ahead on the
I
road.
didn't.
Okay.
I
you
did.
need- Okay, so only all right. Alice. Oh shit. Alice, you take 5. Fight, flight, or freeze.
Can I project?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can project. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll project onto my therapist because clearly their techniques aren't working for shit.
Yep.
So it's 1d4, right?
Yep.
Got that wrong. Wait, what's the command?
It's
You have to
slash
fill in
R. Yeah.
/R, and then you get the
There it
command,
is.
and you have to fill in the command.
Sorry. Type the whole thing out at once like an idiot. 4.
Okay. Yeah. So you only lose 1.
So it reduces by 4 as well.
Mhm.
I'm going to get a new therapist. It's fine.
I mean, in campaigns you can mend bonds as well, so you don't necessarily end up destroying all of your relationships.
Oh.
It's just a matter of priorities, right?
That's how you fix a bond with a therapist. You get a new one.
So
The
Yeah.
interchangeable therapist.
there is
I like
those.
that.
So Raymond, you actually made the sand check. So
Yeah.
you actually see it.
Oh, good.
There is a thing there that was not there before. It is fleshy. It has wings, and it is unfurling its wings, and just sort of like it's not doing anything yet, but it's hard to describe. It doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. It is, aside from it being organic-ish, and yeah, like just an impossible chimera of different like types of biology. Like you cannot. Does it have an exoskeleton? Does it have eyes? What are those? Yeah, it's hard to describe, but it is probably as big-ish as a large human, but with wings. It seems to have limbs. Yeah, it's bad. But there's a dude that summoned it, you think. And the dude is pointing at your direction.
Is there anything I can cinder block this car with so that I can hop out and just, have a makeshift battery ram, hopefully run over him or it?
Yeah, you're in the motorhome. Okay.
I'm in the motorhome still.
Yeah, you can give me a drive check, and like the dude is just standing there. And yeah, they're both like next to each other. So yeah, they're far away, and the mudroom doesn't exactly have great acceleration, so you're not going to be able to hit them instantly. But you can
Sorry,
get
I
on
just need
course.
I just need to step away from it while you do that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Here goes nothing.
Yep.
8 over.
Okay. Yeah, you're just turning this thing, is a pain in the butt. So you're scraping along other vehicles. It's just
Hell, buff out.
Can I slip past him and aim for the guy?
let's see here. Oh yeah, you're in the ice cream truck.
Yep.
Yeah, you can pop out and do that. Give me athletics.
No. Aim for the guy with the car.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, give me a drive check then. Yeah.
That's a success.
That'll do it.
Okay. All right, so ice cream truck has better pickup than a motorhome, but not much. Yeah, but you're definitely angling on him, on them. They will have a chance to react. So they let's see here.
We come to deliver you wonderful soft serve.
Yeah, basically. And let's see here. Alice, what are you gonna do?
Oh, Alice is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Alice stepped away. Sorry. Alice. Yeah, we'll deal with her when you get back. So yeah, well, actually, let's just do. Yeah, give me one more drive check there. Dwight. Neither of them is trying to evade the ice cream truck.
And that's the crit success.
Oh shit!
Oh damn!
Just to check, are you ramming them with an ice cream truck?
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Interesting. Okay, let's see here. Damage.
Things I didn't expect for today.
Impact. Okay.
I hope you've put the song on as you've done this.
Let's say, yeah, 20. Let's see here. All right.
Is there a table for this?
There is. There's actually vehicle damage stuff. So yeah, it's hitting things with cars.
Writing this up that somebody would take an ice cream truck and ran over an eldritch monstrosity.
Oh, I'm not running over the eldritch monstrosity. I'm driving around it and driving over the guy.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Greensleeves chimes out gently.
Okay, so you're gonna take 1d6 damage divided by 2 because I assume you put your seatbelt on.
Oh, I definitely have my seatbelt on.
Yeah, I would imagine. So let's figure out the lethality rating. Here we go. Ground vehicles, hit points, and armor. We're gonna say, all right. 30, 33. Let's see here. All right, so 35. All right, lethality of 16%.
That's 1d100.
Or no, it's actually 33%. Yeah.
That's 10. That's splat.
Okay. Yeah. And let's see. Roll again. Let's see. Non-turn. All right. You get closer to fix normal damage. Okay. Roll again for the person.
41.
All right, so you slam into the creature, and just utterly annihilate it. Like it just explodes. It does not understand what a vehicle is, and obviously the kinetic energy was too much for it. The human you hit on the side, and he just slams out of the way, hits the barrier. But as now make a driving check to not have lose control of the vehicle. Because you just
47 under 80.
Okay, yeah. You keep control of the vehicle. It is damaged. It has got some very large dents in it, but it is still drivable. Let's see here. The dude. He's on the ground. So, but the creature itself seems to have been destroyed. Let's see here, Alice. You get back in the semi truck. Are all of you just trying to get away as quickly as possible? Then,
how injured is this dude?
I mean, he got hit on the side of the he like hit the corner of the vehicle and then was knocked into the divider bear and fell down. Yeah.
I'm grabbing his unconscious ass for interrogation. We're hopping in the back of the ice cream truck.
Okay, so you're dragging him into the ice cream truck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you run over the Eldritch Abomination? Or is that just...
Yeah, it exploded.
cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to drive around it, but apparently I went straight through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably leave.
Oh yeah, I thought you were trying to ram it. I thought that was the goal, was to get.
Oh no, I didn't want to ram it. I had no
Okay.
idea what it is. I just know that guy summoned it and gave it command, so I wanted to run him over.
Well, they
But
were next
I'm
to each other.
fine with this outcome.
Yeah. Well, they were. You can't really ram one without the other. They were standing there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Stuff the sorcerer in the ice cream freezer. And
Yeah.
let's get out of here.
All
Do
right.
I get sanity back for vanquishing an eldritch beast?
Oh yeah, that's true.
With an
Yeah.
ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get one back. You all get one sand back.
Nice.
Hey.
For killing the thing. That's a good point. Yeah, you do get sand back for killing the thing.
You will have the best water cooler story at the agency for like the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, you can't really say that though. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're like, I ran over a suspect with an ice cream van deliberately, that's not...
Yeah.
Oh, I meant whenever we're on
And I definitely can't say I ran through an eldritch horror.
Yeah.
There's a thing with wings and eyes. It was awesome. Jeez, Dwight, we just asked how you were doing today.
What was that ice cream van selling?
Look,
So-
I once had a drug trip where I imagined, like,
So
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, if we escape, we should contact our handlers and let them know that we've accidentally captured a sorcerer and whether they want us to bring him with or not.
Okay. All right. So Alice, you're trying to do that. Dwight, you're driving. Raymond, you're in the back with the prisoner.
Binding him so he doesn't do his fun arm movements.
Yeah.
gag.
Let's see here.
Bound and gag.
Okay,
If you've
you're
got
bound and
pharmacy,
gagged.
just knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Give me unarmed.
This is something I'm actually good at.
Okay.
I could also use pharmacy to see if I could sedate him.
Well, you're driving right now.
Yeah. Keep
So-
on driving. I have 60 in armed combat. Pop.
All right. Yeah.
Plus 1 damage bonus.
Okay. Yeah, he goes down. He seems just he stops moving. Yeah, you start driving. So you got 2 hours to get to the Cheyenne station. But yeah, you're just hauling ass.
Yeah. We definitely aren't bringing this guy in the Cheyenne Mountain.
Oh, you're not? Okay. So
in terms of that would be a bad thing to bring this guy into a military base.
okay,
I mean,
so
they're able to track us somehow anyway, so...
Yeah, but we can at least try and get some information before that happens. And then, leave him for Smokey the Bear.
Well, I was hoping the agency would have an opinion about whether they want to send some folks to intercept us and take him off our hands, or whether we dispose of him discreetly, or whether we just bring him along. Yeah.
Sounds good?
okay, so Alice, it's going to take you a couple minutes to get a hold and report and all that.
Important point, we've now encountered the need to know, so
Yeah.
we can ask about that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're doing that. Dwight, you're driving, and Raymond, what are you doing? You're just
I'm maintaining. If I see anything, hokey, spooky, whatever, pop.
okay.
We should
That was
check
something
that the
weird that he
doctor's
summoned up.
okay.
I want it in the back of my ice cream truck.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, give me a human check.
Okay. Actually, I guess during that time I would be patting him down and stuff like that, trying to see if there's any IDs.
He's got a knife, a weird knife.
That's not going to be on him anymore. That's
Okay.
coming with me.
All right.
He's lost knife privileges.
Mm-hmm. He's lost.
Ah, 1 over.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So you're watching him. Do you have any medical skills, Raymond?
I have a little bit of training in first aid.
Okay, yeah, give me a first aid check.
Oops, not write that out right. No, that is 65 over my skill.
Okay,
Um,
he's
you could-
actually a pretty small guy. Like he is short. Like he's 5'6", like or
Okay.
5'5". Like and he shows some signs of malnourishment. He's not been taking care of himself. But yeah, he is unconscious. And Alice, you get through. And you report what happened, and that you have a prisoner. And he said, "This prisoner. Why did you take a prisoner? That wasn't in the mission."
I mean, you don't seem to have much data on the threat. If you want,
Wait, the prisoner is the one who summoned the vector. Displayed
Yeah,
knowledge of
it's-
hypergeometric. Okay.
he's unconscious at present.
He's not unconscious. They are an extreme biohazard. They have they heal quickly.
Okay.
That is something we know. And meanwhile, Raymond,
Ah!
yeah,
Could have told us that.
yeah.
Shut up with that.
Give me a one alertness check.
At least he's in the other car, not the
Yeah.
semi truck.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh dear.
All right.
12 over.
You just hear oh shit. Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. You just hear a whisper coming from his mouth, and then he twitches his hands, and his eyes suddenly bolt open, and an invisible force grabs you and slams you against the ceiling of the truck. You are pinned. And yeah, make a sand check as an invisible force is like crushing you. You take 3 damage.
I'm still fine, sandlight wise. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah. Does that
Does
so you take 1 sand damage from a natural because you're being held up by telekinesis or something. Fucking impossible. He's not touching you.
Yeah. I just
Let's see here. Dwight, you hear a loud like slamming sound coming from the
and
back.
some screaming, I presume.
He can't scream. He's sort of being the air is being choked out of him.
Sure.
So yeah, what do you want to do, Dwight?
I want to slow down, stop
Okay.
the car, grab the gun, glance in the back.
Okay, so give me a
and
drive check.
radio in, something's going on.
Give me a drive check to stop the car safely and quickly.
04 out of 80.
Okay.
What are you doing here, not Talladega?
Yeah. So you stop the car.
Does NASCAR on weekends.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
What is your dex there?
It is 11.
Okay. You get to go first. You stop the car. There's no like barrier or anything. It's a straight shot. You can see what's happening. The guy is getting up, and looking at you. Your gun, I would assume, is in the passenger seat. So, you don't get the scope bonus because you don't have time to scope. Well, you're point blank bonus because it's inside the car. So
Yeah,
yeah. So it's still plus 20. Yeah.
Anyway, I go like eep and ba 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 ba
Yep.
ba ba, and I miss.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, even with a plus 20?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Give me a luck check there. You want 50 or less? Yeah, close quarters, man.
50 or lower.
Yep.
Okay, I hit Ren.
Yep. Let's see here. Your armor absorbs all of that. But your armor is get. Have you been hit before?
Not by
No.
gunfire. I
Okay.
only got the choked.
Okay, yeah.
By
So
this thing.
that your armor's holding, but yeah, it's not. Yeah. So he is. What is he gonna do? He can't cast another spell right now because he is already doing that thing, and he's sort of tapped. Let's see. Let's see if he's looking for his knife. He's looking for a weapon. He doesn't want to. He does not see his knife, so
Aha.
he is looking around.
You might see it in a minute.
Yeah, he let's see here. Doesn't see the knife. He is going to he doesn't see the knife, so he's just gonna go up and try and unarmed grab your gun. So
Well, I'm currently being held by the force of.
yeah, I mean he can do something. So
Yeah. No, I was just saying. It's like it's not much I can do.
All right, he tries to pull the gun out of your hands, but fails. Rolled a 63 out of 50. So yeah, let's see here. So you're now he's able to like physically touch your gun and push it aside. So shooting him will be a -20 because he's actively, or he can make an opposed unarmed check to not be shot. So you can actually shoot at normal percentage, but he gets to oppose it because he's in hand-to-hand range.
Right.
Or, hey, listen, hear me out. I open the door, back off a bit, and then shoot him.
There'll be an athletics check to do that. And you won't withdraw, like getting some distance and kicking back. That's going to be your action. Like you don't get to shoot him and do that, but you can do that. Because if
he doesn't have a weapon, so I just
I
grab
thought
the
he was
keys.
grabbing for my weapon.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Did you make your athletics?
No, I'm just doing a thing, which is grab the keys, run out round, hit the back, open the door, see that he's levitating in there, and then I will shoot him when he, tries to come for me again.
Well, I'm saying getting out of his, like he rushed you. You're all both fighting like basically in the driver's area. You tried to shoot him from the drive as you grab the gun.
Okay, so I can't just get away. I need an athletics to get away.
Yeah, because he's actively trying to grab you. So like it's So
all right, let's see. I have a.
It's also you're fighting in an ice cream truck. It's pretty cramped in there.
Well, a -20 to firearms. I have 0. So
no. Like you actually, it would not be. Actually, I realize it's not a penalty. It's just an opposed check. So you can roll firearms at base, and he would roll unarmed at base.
Yeah, my firearms base is 20. So
okay. Yeah.
I want the bonus. I want to get to the position wherein I.
Yeah. So that'd be athletics to get some distance away from him.
All right. Then 82 over 30.
All right. So you're struggling to get away from him, and he is still grabbing at you. He's not the strongest guy, but he's determined. And he rolls a 70. So you're just ineffectually flailing at each other as you're struggling over the gun. You're struggling to get out of the truck so you can get some distance. And it's pretty intense. So Raymond, you're being held. Give me a strength ×5 check to wiggle out or to try and force.
Hopefully this goes well. Oh, come on. 7 over.
Not just that.
Oh,
that's a crit fail.
Crit fail.
All right. Yep. Fortunately, you only take 1 damage as you're continuing to be choked out by this invisible force.
The ice cream truck slowly becoming smaller in the distance.
So Alice, the ice cream truck is not responding. They just pulled off to the side.
I did say that I would hey, something's going on.
Yeah,
and that's the last she heard.
Yep. So Alice, you could. Steve is not going to help you, but Steve could pull over and let you run back there.
I think I'd better.
Okay.
I don't fancy our chances with just me and non-helpful Steve for the rest of this hours and hours of driving.
Yep.
I would sit through and listen to this as we one-woman army your way through cultists.
He's going to be much better.
Yep. All right. Give me an athletics check to see how quickly you get to the ice cream truck.
Oh, 4. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Nope, that's 1d4.
Oh, yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Guaranteed success. That's not a pass.
Okay. It's not a crit failure though, so
no,
you're still making progress. It's just like you're not there quickly.
Yeah.
So so Dwight, you're wrestling with the gun and trying to get away from this guy as he's trying to grab your gun away from you. What are you gonna do? You can again athletics to get away. You can do unarmed to fight back and just like basically hit him with the butt of your rifle.
He recovered from getting hit by a car. So no, I'm going to try to shoot him because I think that will be more effective than
Oh,
I
boy.
don't know.
Okay.
Just smacking him.
Okay. So if you just make a firearms check, and if he fails his unarmed check, you get to hit him. So yeah.
I actually hit if it's the point blank plus 20.
Yeah, sure. What did you roll?
40.
40. Yeah, that beats his 20. Yeah, roll lethality. 10%.
18.
All right. There's a rip of gunfire. 3 shots go down. Go through him. He collapses in a pool of blood. Raymond is dropped unceremoniously to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drag the guy out of the car, jump in on the road, place a few more bullets in him, and then
Both
I get
of
in the car
you,
again.
give me an alertness. Actually, you have first aid. Give me a first aid check.
I will do that. I also have medicine, but I fail.
Okay.
Science, biology too.
Okay. Well, that would fail either way. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Raymond, you're recovering. So yeah, you pull out. Alice, you're in time to see Dwight getting out, dragging the guy's bullet-ridden corpse or body. And you can give me an alertness check.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
one.
you can. That's a crit.
All right, give me a
Finally.
sand check.
Oh, one of those. The one I didn't want to make. 34. That's okay.
Okay, yeah. There's something in his chest that is moving. A wormy thing is in his chest. A large worm. And he is it is independently alive of him. So yeah. But yeah, Dwight shoots him again and again. Yeah, you empty the magazine, I would imagine.
Yes, I probably do.
Yeah. And you get back in your cars and get the fuck out. You just need to keep going.
I was going to try and set the body on fire briefly before we left, just to be sure. But
What do you
probably
have?
Have a spare fuel can.
I mean, that'll take time, and there's people driving on.
We should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should
yeah. Maybe
yeah.
you could just drop a flashbang, like stick a flashbang in his jacket, and then run while it goes off. I don't know. I don't know how those work. Actually,
The concussion might kill whatever's in it.
Yeah. Well, you think it stops moving after you shoot it enough. Yeah. But these people have something. Yeah, that guy had something inside of him. And yeah.
Thankfully, I did not realize it was there. I just knew he came back.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just coughing up air.
Yeah.
We need to have a pit stop somewhere soon.
Well, you're going to the Cheyenne Mountain Space Force station soon, so
whoever's at the guard station is going to have the weirdest fucking experience as he sees this semi pull up, and then followed by an ice cream truck that's clearly smacked into something. Also, both riddled with bullets.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And possibly covered in giblets of something.
Yeah.
Don't ask. You're not paid enough.
Exactly. I'm going to get some more water. I'll be right back. So you all can.
I will also get water as well.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Bio break.
Refresh my tea. BRB.
All right.
The others went off for tea and drinks as well.
Yep. Fair.
Yeah, it's a long road trip, but it's
Yeah.
fun so far.
Yeah, just a good old road trip.
I'd really, this is a bucket list check off, like drive down an Eldritch Horror.
Oh
eat
yeah.
ice cream van.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not anticipate. Yeah, it's like, hey, could we have an ice cream van? It's like, oh, sure.
I mean, it
What
was
could
like
go
for
wrong?
keeping spare ice in case the refrigeration unit on the semi got smacked.
Hmm.
That was the idea. Thankfully, they haven't appeared to really want to hurt him yet.
Yeah. Seems like they
I mean,
want him.
apparently they do, but we've been in the way.
Do you tell us about the worm thing in his chest? Or do you just like, yeah, that looks like it killed it. I'm not going to tell the others.
Like, I'm pretty sure you've ascertained that he's not 100% normal. I don't think you need to know the details.
I knew he came back, so I just wanted to delay him for as long as possible by messing up his body.
I think that's fine. I will say, if we run into more of them may have the same healing ability.
Oh, goody.
Apparently, this was not something we needed to know originally, but I guess we do now.
Self-healing
arguably,
sorcerers.
we needed to know the whole time. But no matter. We've probably killed him now. We should check that the dude in the van is all right.
Yeah.
But let's when we're at Cheyenne, I'll do first aid for everyone.
Yeah. With the aid of the medical staff there and your expert treatment. What's your first aid at?
Not as great as my driving. My first aid is at 60.
Okay. Yeah. I would say everyone can just restore 1d4 hit points. So you can all just roll that. Because again, you also have help there and like the full resources of the station there. So let's see here.
All right, that's helpful.
Yay, cool.
I'm almost back up full.
Yeah, this is it's an underground facility.
Isn't that where the Stargate is?
It is. This used to be NORAD. Yeah. They gave it to Space Force.
I mean, that seems appropriate.
Yeah. So you have to drive in. They set it all up. You know, they repair the thing, and they patch up the bullet holes quickly. But yeah, you are inside this place. But yeah,
because nobody takes them seriously.
Yeah. So yeah, the layout. Let's see. Let's take a look at the layout. It's a big place.
Why is this on the internet?
That's a public facility. Like, I mean, to the sense of like, I mean, they don't
probably don't have the whole scheme of things.
I mean, like they also like part of it is just sort of a geopolitical. Like, this is our bunker if we get nuked. So like, see, look how cool it is. Even if you nuke us, we'll be able to respond. Like, it's a principle of mutually assured destruction that like we have things that can survive a nuke. But yeah. Anyway, you are.
Joseph,
yeah.
You can restore 1d4 hit points from medical attention at the center.
Each of you, the Steve is replaced. With
I got all of them back.
Yeah.
Nice.
This guy is wiry. Your new driver is wiry and but also taciturn. And you outfit. You get some more. You can see they're loading like batteries and things into the and some unlabeled like containers for chemicals and into Dr. Perrin's trailer. I did catch a couple bullets, but they were the trailer is armored.
When they're doing the work in the doctor's trailer, are they in Seaburn or hazmat gear?
No, they're dressed warmly, but other than that, like they're dressed to work inside a freezer, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have a couple hours to this work will take a couple hours, so you can take a cat nap, or you can lose another D3 of willpower if you want to do something else.
I'm going to sleep on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems sensible, I think.
Okay.
I don't. When I projected, did I also lose the same amount of willpower?
Yep. You did.
Yeah. I definitely need to sleep.
I'm just going to write on a note, hand it to one guy, and it just says, 1 machine gun, please, and just go to bed. I'm not going to follow up with it. I'm just going to ask 1 machine gun.
All right. Yeah. Sure. You get a saw. You get a squad out.
Yes!
Weapon. Yeah.
Oh, can we all
No, they only have one. But they give you new sets of body armor. For anyone who got shot.
Yeah.
was it a
thanks.
D4 for willpower?
No, you don't lose any. Yeah, you lose a when you project, you lose the same amount.
Oh, sorry. I mean, for sleeping, how
recovery.
much do we get back?
Oh, you don't get any back. You have to
Oh.
sleep a full night to recover it. Like
Oh.
you don't lose any more.
Okay,
Like
that's fine.
yeah. This is a long trip, and you're
Yeah.
So yeah, you all three rest, so you don't lose any more willpower. You're doing fine. You're woken up as you're all sleeping on couches in a break room, essentially. And you're ready to hit the road again. The mechanics looked over the vehicles, checked them out, patched the bullet holes as best they could, replaced the
Washed
windshield.
off the Eldritch Horror.
Yep. And so you're good to go. And shortly after you hit the road, Dr. Perrin gets on the radio and says, I wanted to I'm obviously not in charge of our route, but if you stop near York, Nebraska, there is a weapon I know of its location that could help us if we are attacked again.
Is that anything like on our route?
Quick question for you,
Mhm.
Doctor. Are they likely to escalate beyond summoning things that are blue and glowy and explode when you drive a ice cream van through them?
There will be more of them next time, like not pawns, but them.
What
Yeah.
are them?
They found a way to become immortal, but at a high price, and they some would say the price is not worth it. But I learned some of their secrets. I helped them, but I took their secrets and shared it with another group, and that is why they are after me. Because I found a different way to immortality without their without having to pay their price.
I'm just going to roll a sanity check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fail.
Okay.
I've been told that immortality is within reach.
Yeah.
Let's get out of work. That's the true word.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
This weapon, did you tell our mutual friends of this? The people that are sending us on this convoy, or is this something that they have no idea about?
It is something I had planned to tell them about. But there was not time to tell them everything I know.
How far off route is it for us?
Give me a navigation check, someone.
Okay.
I have navigate at let's see, 30.
I have at 40.
Let's see.
I only have it at base, so.
Okay.
Let's see. So you can just Google map it is 7.5 hours to get from Cheyenne Mountain Station to get to York. But like the let's see here. 7.5 hours. What is the? Oh yeah, Mount Weather. And then 18 hours from York, Nebraska to get to Mount Weather. Now, if you go directly from Space Mountain Forest to Mount Weather, let's take a look. It is 24 hours. So probably only like a 2-hour detour, but it's a 2-hour detour.
Yeah.
Can I try and make a roll to see if we can find any like quick route or any routes that might help speed us up to get there to minimize that 2-hour time differential?
Also, see if you can find any way of
should I
avoiding
drive like
massive
a
tunnels and
madman?
things.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about tunnels for the rest of your trip. Really, there are. You're past the mountains now. It's just the plains. Yeah, there's not really with your navigation. You can't really make a check because it is where it is.
It is where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's vast flat land. Like there's not really a shortcut around. There's no detours. There's just like yeah.
There are 3 of us, and we could potentially get a third vehicle for one of us to go drive to this place and
regroup with the team.
Yeah, regroup later.
Yep.
Swap back into the ice cream lane.
Doctor, would this weapon? Is it good against things that I don't know fly?
It's good against anything that conventional weapons are not good against.
So, look at the saw, realizing that that's conventional. I'm going to take a stand. Like, fuck. That was kind of my option for dealing with things. I pass.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, okay, this is bad, but I have a lot of bullets. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's just we only shot one.
Dr. Perrin, if I might ask, is it easy to fetch this weapon, or should there be more than one of us?
You might need some rappelling gear, or you might the stairs should still exist. It's at the bottom of a defunct missile silo. There's no missile in it anymore, but it's at the bottom of the silo. The stairs should still work.
Do your friends know of it? The ones that are hunting us?
No, definitely not.
Who's got the best athletics?
Is the nature of the weapon?
It's hard to explain. Have you read any of the great texts?
Great texts?
Probably not.
Yes. De Vermis Mysterious, Alazif.
I
The
once
narcotic.
read a Nikola Tesla novel.
I rolled 10% in a cult, but I'm suspecting that's a no.
Yeah.
I laugh and say next you'll be talking about the Necronomicon.
Actually, I think I might have read that. I have 30 in occult. Can I make a roll?
That in this version of Delta Green universe, there is no like commercially available Necronomicon. Like,
okay.
There is a book called the Necronomicon in Miskatonic University archives, but that's like
that's about
you have to be an academic. You'd have to have points in Unnatural or like an occult over 50%.
Fair enough.
Part of that.
Yeah, we only have like 30 in occult. Some of us.
Yeah.
I saw some weird Ouija board crap at a drug bus once.
Yeah. These are obscure texts, centuries old, that require, but they have actual secrets that are worth knowing. So I could not explain it to you because you don't have the language for it.
But the weapon will be usable by us?
The weapon, it is inside a briefcase. When you open the briefcase, it thaws out and looks for prey. The prey are things that are not conventional.
So this thing is alive.
That's a odd term. It behaves organically in some ways.
Can I prompt myself to take another sanity check at that weird shit?
All right, yeah, sure. I'm not gonna say no. Like
that's fucking weird as all hell.
Yeah.
Oh! It
it goes out hunting to eat them. The fuck?
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm the ever optimist, though. Fail a sand check today.
I'll roll sand when we see it, I think.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's inside a locked briefcase at the bottom of the defunct missile silo.
Do we want to go get this potentially uncontrollable, potentially alive, completely unknown weapon that's a diversion from our mission?
We only need to divert one of us to go there.
That's true. But that feels like
That also,
a recipe
we
for
can.
death.
I mean, we can have somebody. We can have the overall group drive, on a highway nearby with another person. Granted, nearby might be 20 to 30 miles.
I am really good at race cars, so if I get a fast car, I can get there way sooner than 2 hours,
Okay, yeah,
unless the
Chevy
traffic
Impala.
police stop me.
I mean, you're gonna have to. I mean, just getting a third vehicle will take time too.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I mean, we've done okay.
Should we
so
radio
far.
into command to see what they think?
It sounds more like a field.
Dr.
decision.
Perrin could have mentioned this while you were at the Cheyenne station, but he did not. So.
Yeah. Can I human the doctor?
Sure, at half. Gets a
Oh.
voice on the radio. You
Yeah,
know.
why not?
He's been nothing but nice and kind to us. Why would he,
He
lie?
has been.
40.
He's locked in a frozen cage.
That's definitely.
Oh no, it locks
Okay.
from the inside. He can leave at any time. He just doesn't want to.
It would be a critical success if we were face to face, but unfortunately, I guess if it's at half, it's a critical failure.
Yeah, he's totally
It's
trustworthy.
44 out of 60.
Yeah, it's fine.
You really want us to fetch that weapon now?
I think it would improve our odds in case we ran into trouble.
If you guys want to go, that's okay. I'm going to hold this gun.
Is our driver going to be on board with this?
He's got orders to follow your lead. Like, you're the ones plotting the route and providing security. If you tell him
I
to go
like
to
him
York,
better than
Nebraska,
last Steve.
New Steve is better.
Oh, God.
Do we still have that knife? That crazy knife?
they would have taken it.
I mean,
yeah.
I think what the doctor is saying is true. I say on a different channel than the one we used to talk with the doctor, because he doesn't seem to want necessarily to be there himself. He just wants the thing. So perhaps it really is some kind of defensive measure against these weird creatures that these guys are able to summon.
They
Well,
took
he
a lot
can't
of.
get it if he has to
Yeah.
stay cold all the time. Like, the missile silos are cold, but not that cold. And he,
Yeah.
you know.
And
We
we're
do have
going
an
to
ice cream
have
van,
to.
so if we can't keep this creature chilled, if it is a creature,
Well, he says as long as it stays in the briefcase, it's fine.
Fills me with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You
but
guys
the
are
way he
down for
said
it.
that-
I'll go with you.
I'm leaning out of character towards just going and fetching this thing. But if Alice says no, then Dwight is going to listen to that.
Out of character, I feel like it's the worst idea on the planet. However, I've just critically failed. My character has critically failed a human check on this, and I feel like the character will go. So,
All right.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
On them. Let's go die in a missile silo.
Okay. So you realize, you don't really have time to get another vehicle. And yeah, you need to you divert to York, Nebraska, or outside York. Dr. Perrin gives you explicit instructions on where to go. And it is a let's see, I think they actually
Yes, I knew we were going to show off something if we went there.
yeah. So yeah, imagine a missile silo, but it was not turned into a house. Yeah, there are just a lot of abandoned missile silos in the Great Plains, and they just be like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's about 7.5 hours of driving to get there.
And
And
not all of them contain conceptual vectors.
yeah.
Oh, wonderful, Dad.
So yeah, you So who's actually going to the actual site? He says that there is he tells you there will be a tree with a Y sort of branches, and at the base of that tree there's a large rock. At the bottom of that rock there is a space with a key for the padlock, so you can get in. He knows exactly where this is and how to get in there, but he says inside it'll be dark, the air will smell bad, and you just have to take the stairs all the way down there. There will be a desk at the bottom of the silo, and in the desk there is a briefcase. Take the briefcase and that's it. Yeah.
I'll volunteer to go and get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Two of you
stay
go
here
down
since-
there.
Oh, two
The
of
two
us?
of you drive up there in the ice cream van and go get it. I'll wait with Steve in the van a little way away.
Okay. All right, so the two of you go down. You have flashlights because that would be basic kit,
Do not open that briefcase if you can help it.
So the problem is that the stairs are, mostly intact. Actually, let's see here.
Mostly.
Let's see here. Missile silo. Let's see. I can't see you. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty simple design. Unfortunately, the stairs are missing some chunks, and you can either take a running jump or carefully climb over them. So Dex times 5 would be taking a running jump. Athletics would be the more careful climbing around, being safe. But yeah, big risk, big reward kind of thing. So yeah, how do you want to take the broken stairs going down?
So that my Dex times 5 taking a running jump is better than my trying to be nimble.
But
Yeah.
the consequences of failure might be higher.
Yeah.
Basically, and you realize to get back up, one of you is going to have to stay behind to help the person who goes all the way down back up.
I am
yeah.
a rock when it comes to that, to stability. What's your strength?
13.
I'm at 14, so I might be able to pull you up if you fall down easier.
Okay, then I will.
Like carabiner ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I will try the running jump.
Okay.
I feel
And
my
I make
hip
it.
just get
All right.
thrown out.
Yeah, you realize it's you just got to commit. You just got to commit. Keep your momentum up, and trust that the stairs that you land on are going to hold. As you think this is made by the lowest bidder, slam. A loud reverberation of
The entire stairway shakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see
make them like
rust
they used to.
particles. Just
Yep.
fall to
Oh
the-
yeah. No, both of you have little surgical masks on to help with the sheer amount of particulates in the air.
So much
But-
asbestos.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's why it's really expensive to move into a missile silo because you have to fucking clean all that shit up. But yeah, you get to the bottom as Raymond's waiting for you to get back up. There is a desk. It is old. It is wet. But there is a large compartment, a drawer in it. You open it up. There is a metal briefcase in there. It is cold to the touch, and it feels quite heavy. But yeah, it is an odd design. You've not quite seen it. This is some kind of custom made briefcase. But yeah, you have it. Are you just gonna examine it closer, or are you gonna fuck it, we gotta get out of here?
Time is wasting, so
Okay.
I'll just let's go.
All right, Raymond, give me strength times 5 to help Dwight back up.
Oh Lord. I pass.
All right. Yeah, you get back up. And you have the briefcase in hand. And yeah, you hit the road and keep on going.
Yeah, I stick it in the freezer.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you continue on, and Dr. Perrin asks if you have the briefcase.
Yes, we do.
Good. If we run into trouble, just get it outside of a vehicle and open it up.
How
and-
fast should
and
we
st-
run away from it?
Fast.
Will it be okay if we just open it up and throw it out the car so that we can be moving?
Just don't linger in front of the open briefcase.
Oh, I really hope it doesn't bounce opens towards us.
Well, then maybe we want to be slow.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you continue on. And as you're going, you hear let's see.
How
You
do
get a
feel
message
about
from your
magic?
handler.
Sorry.
You get a message from Michael Kincaid, your handler. He says, we have received word that there is a bounty for the truck and the ice cream truck and the semi traveling the country. We don't think anyone. You want to avoid main roads and keep on moving. Move as fast as you can. We don't think anyone will make a serious attempt unless you tempt them. So stay away from disreputable spots. But yes, yeah.
Is this like a federal bounty?
No, this is like a bounty being passed among criminals.
Oh, okay.
So maybe criminology would tell us what areas are disreputable and dangerous?
Yes, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Can we all roll out?
Let's see how I do.
Critical success.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
No, I fail.
Okay. With the critical success, to avoid popular like truck stops, only go to like smaller gas stations, change your route. So you're actually going to add another couple hours on your travel time, and keep the ice cream truck further away from the truck. So it's not like the semi and the ice cream truck, keep enough car lengths between you that you're not like grouped together, right? But like these are going to be like bikers, and like they're going to be the ones looking for you or keeping an eye out for you. They're the ones that are most active in this region. And so yeah, but with the critical success, that's pretty easy to avoid actually, because they're offered money, but they're not going to go out of their way to do that. Like. They don't have any good leads on your location yet because you're just moving.
How
But yeah,
conspicuous are the bullet holes in our vehicles?
well, the mechanics at the mountain station, Cheyenne Mountain, patched them up or covered them up,
Nice.
so you don't have to worry about that. And your windshields have been replaced; they're no longer have big bullet holes in them.
Resaleability is way down, however.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, to the right collector, resaleability on this ice cream truck is way up. You killed an eldritch beast. If only they knew.
But we cannot say that.
I know.
That's against our credo.
Yeah. But you continue on, and unfortunately, as you are getting, all of you, can give me a check to figure out like, they gotta be prepping something else. So it could be criminology again, just intelligence times 5 will give you something. Navigation.
I do intelligence times 5.
I'm gonna go with intelligence times 5 too.
2.
Would occult maybe help?
No, this is like figuring out when is the ambush, where is the ambush going to happen? Like
I pass.
Okay, then I'll do a navigate.
Yeah.
I also pass.
Okay, I'm not going to get too specifics into like which particular roads, but like to get to the place you're trying to get to, there's 3 routes available to them. and they each have a weak spot. So you need to figure out which one do you want to deal with. But they probably have lookouts on all of them and are just have a force waiting, to whenever they see you to go and route to you. So they're going to hit you while you're on the road. They're probably not going to hit you at the tunnel. They're just going to be like a running chase, right? So one goes over a bridge over a river. One goes through a city. And one goes through like a national, like through a very heavily forested area. And where it's 2 lanes, and so they could knock down trees. So it's like, which of these is which one of these terrain sets are the ones you want to brave? You have to go through at least one of these areas and risk detection in order to get to Mount Weather. So
our options are go over a river.
Or they could take out the bridge and then we're stuck on that side of the river.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. Yeah, if they think you're coming. So yeah. Then one's going through a city, and then one's going. You'd have to actually like go into the city to get onto a new highway to get to the place, and the other one goes through a forest.
The city gives us the best movement options because there will be multiple streets we could pass through.
It's also
But
probably
we'll have to deal with
slightly harder
traffic.
to put an ambush in a city.
It
Just
would
'cause you
also be
can't-
harder to deploy, weird countermeasures.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
not
don't
so
want
much
to
that-
open up a weird bric-a-brac box in the city. That's kind of scary.
I think ideally we don't want to open it anywhere, but
Yeah,
no, I feel like we can take a load of back routes around the city. They can't just. So the bridge feels like a dangerous bottleneck for a number of reasons. The woods, very unpredictable. We're not going to be able to see anybody in the trees. If it's a busy city, they've got fewer options to like set up a substantial ambush. Hopefully, there is more likelihood of civilian casualties, but also more cover in the form of unfortunate bystanders. So
there's also plenty of cover in a forest. So, and there we possibly
Sure,
could
wish I had
deploy the
military side.
countermeasure.
Okay,
I
so
feel like we're more likely to get caught out. But do we want to vote on it?
I'm really against going through the city and the river idea, but I mean the river idea is not too bad, but like I feel the city is going to be one of the worst areas because we have traffic, we have local Leos, we have we have the side streets, we have a limitation of the means of which we can retaliate back, and the company really doesn't like us making a lot of noise.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so what do you do in the woods?
okay, yeah. All right, so you choose the route that goes through a forest in order to get to your site, your destination, and so all of you give me alertness checks. See if you can spot the lookout.
I think I succeed. Let me double check.
Shockingly, I don't.
I do.
I don't.
Okay, so Dwight does. All right.
Why do I even have a statistic in this?
I'm
It's
right there with
50.
you.
It's 50. Come on.
All right, so Dwight, basically a car pulls alongside your vehicle for a bit. It's got tinted windows, and then it goes up and pulls alongside the truck, and it's just there long enough you realize it's getting a read on you, or it's checking them out, and then it drives away. It just zooms ahead of you, just goes very fast. It's very suspicious. So you're alerted. And so you all know. Yeah, sorry, go.
Sorry. Can we then redirect? Like, oh, they think we're coming this way. Well, we're not.
Well, this is the choice, right? Like this is you made the check, so you know that you have 3 terrible options up ahead, and you chose
Yeah.
the forest as the least terrible option. Yeah, it's just like unless you want to stop entirely, or but that's you need to get through there. They're just going to keep chasing you. They know where you are now. They've zeroed in on you. So yeah, you're going. You have to go through the forest. You have to brave through this, but you got that. So you can. Steve, the second Steve says, "Hey, well, I can speed up, and we can just try and get through them before they have time to get. They have to reposition their hitters to attack us, right? They just had lookouts checking all the routes. So if we can get through the forest fast enough, then they can't hit us, right? Logically."
Yeah, if it's anything but a tree, don't stop.
Okay.
Car, don't stop. People, don't stop. Tree, stop.
Okay. So Steve starts speeding up. He is speeding dangerously fast. So Dwight, you need to keep up.
0-3 out of 80.
Okay, yeah. So you're both barreling through the forest. And as you're getting through the forest, they don't have time to knock a tree down in front of you. They don't have time to set up a barricade, but they do have a truck roars out behind you and starts gaining closing in on you. So it's behind the ice cream truck. It's a actually, no, I'm going to say it's an SUV, not a truck. But, dark tinted windows, a very large vehicle, and it is going fast. So, yeah, they're chasing you. At least one SUV is. Yeah, we're back into the final combat thing. Yeah, what do you, let's see here. We'll start with Dwight since he's driving the rear vehicle. What do you want to do?
We have volume by firepower now.
There
It's
is
true.
that, yes.
Yeah.
So I can just position you to use the saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, give me a drive check to line it up.
Just
You
hanging
make this-
out the side of the ice cream.
Oh,
van.
I failed!
No! The first time.
All right. You're going really fast, and you're just you don't critically fail, so you don't crash, but you're barely able to keep the vehicle under control. So, Raymond, you're bouncing around in there. You did not open up the back door, so you don't have to make a check to not fall out of the vehicle. So that's good. But yeah, you can, if you want to give me a dex -5, you can do something. Otherwise, you're just being
Jostled.
Jostled.
Okay, let's see what happens.
I think it goes out the door anyway.
100.
Yeah, you were I'm gonna say, yeah, the doors fly open, and there goes give me a luck check. It'll be it'll be something.
What or even?
It's 50% or less. Yeah.
Ah.
All right, so you can choose something goes flying out the back. What is it?
It
could be like your both. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
We have the saw, but both of the rifles.
Yeah. Yeah. You both also have a sidearm. You'd have a pistol on a holster. So that's not going to be completing. So yeah, those both go flying. So starting great. Yeah. Let's see here, Alice. You can open up the window and shoot from towards the back if you want. You'd be at -20 because you're shooting from the passenger side of a semi truck at a vehicle 2 cars back. But
how long does a flashbang take to go off?
Timing it so it hits the SUV.
Yeah.
I would say that's athletics at -20 to time that right.
It's the same score as the firearms. So yeah, why not?
Okay.
Please don't crit fail and flashbang us.
Well, that's an incredible way to jinx it. Let's go. I did not make it, sadly, but it wasn't a crit fail.
Okay, so it just bounces off into the woods, and
That's a forest fire.
Scares
My bad.
Bambi.
yeah, scares Bambi. Yes, exactly. So let's see here. New round. The SUV has a shooter leaning out the passenger window, and he is going to fire at Raymond. And rolls a 97, so he's firing a little SMG, and it just recoil is a thing, and this is a high-speed chase, so it's going great, Raymond.
Yeah.
I
I got my pistol. The 2 rifles fell out. Is the saw still in? Or
oh yeah.
Saw
You
still in?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna point it at the hood of that car. I'm not aiming for them. I'm aiming for the big block of engine and just hosing.
First off, Dwight, give me another drive check to see how smooth the ride is right now.
Whee!
0 to 3.
Okay, yeah.
Very smooth.
You're still at high
together.
Yeah, you're at high speed, so it's still negative 20, but it's not, negative 40. So
Nope, it's just bullets flying everywhere.
yep. So the you all begin to feel the universe start to breathe.
Oh, not
Again.
Yeah. And it's sort of emanating from the back seat of the SUV. So Steve, the new Steve, is like, what the fuck is that? What's going on? Yeah, he's not doing great. In fact, he's starting to panic. He hasn't. He does not have a good feeling about this. So, yeah. So Alice, what are you gonna do?
I think I better try and chill out Steve before he crashes and ruins this entire mission.
All right, give me a persuade check.
Oh no! Wait.
Oh no!
Yes, that's critical success.
Woo!
Okay.
All
right. You highly motivate Steve. He is now in it to win it. He is
be all you can be, Steve.
Even better at driving than before.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If we can drive fast enough, we can get away from this.
Yeah. He needs to stay focused. This is the moment he gets to be a legend. So
gonna get a commendation, Steve.
Yeah. So that was your turn, Alice. So Ray, Dwight, give me another driving check. This time you made it last time, so if you make it again, it'll negate the penalty entirely.
All right, 60 out of 80.
Okay, yeah. Smooth driving now. Go and give me a shooting check at base, Raymond.
Okay. Oops, that's not the right code. God damn! At least I'm consistent. I'm just shooting box time or not.
So, yeah, go ahead and give me a sand check then, Raymond, since you're watching.
That's the danger of, I don't know, lying on your belly, looking out the back door of an ice cream van, firing a saw at an incoming sub where eldritch horrors are being summoned.
Ross?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but this is the first time I failed at my sand check.
Okay. Yeah, it's not good. It is in fact terrifying. This is much bigger than the last thing is. Yeah. It is a writhing mass of worms that flowing in and out of our reality. An Ouroboros that is oddly geometrical and beautiful in a way. It is a organic fractal of flesh, but a beautiful sinuous flesh that you can see is greater than your own reality, a transcendent reality. So yeah, you lost 8 sand.
Oh shit!
No.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Project.
I'm putting it on my police
So
captain.
you can also project to just suppress temporary insanity. You'll still lose 8 sanity, but you won't freak out.
Okay,
So that's just a D4 in terms of willpower and thing, and you still take the 8 sanity, but you still get to act and stay in control of your character, I believe. Let me check this out. It's a slightly different option. Then let's see here.
Oh, my police captain, that guy's a dick. Ever sign me up?
Let's see here. Resisting. Repressing insanity. It's called repressing. Oh, no, come on. Let's see here. Repressing. Yeah, it's D4. So if you have at least 1 willpower after that, and now make another sanity check. You suppress the insanity and behave normally. So this doesn't hurt your bond. This just reduces your willpower. So so roll 1d4. So if you want to repress the insanity, this will make sure you can continue to act.
Continue to act. Okay, then I'll go with that plan. So
right.
1d4.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be crazier, but you'll still be able to think.
3.
Okay. So you lose 3 willpower. You still at least 1 willpower?
Yes, I am at 7 willpower.
Okay. What bond is helping you keep it together?
Can I use the bond with the guy that's currently driving the ice cream truck going this really bad?
No, it's
crazy...
one of your bonds. Just make up like somebody you give a shit about.
My patrol officer, the guy that trained me on the beat.
Okay, yeah.
Actually,
you do reduce the bond by that much. But anyways, he told you to keep cool under fire. Now attempt another second sanity roll.
That would pass.
All right, so you get to act normally. Your bond is strained, but you keep cool, so you get to act normally. So this thing
and the total stand loss would have been at the end of this
8.
Yeah, you still lose the 8 sand, but you get to act normally. So that's different than projecting, but it's
so here's the fun thing. I passed that by 1 point.
The breaking point?
Yeah.
1 point.
Yeah. So
woo!
Raymond, you snap out of it, you stop being hypnotized by this alien floating worm thing as it's starting to flow in the air towards you. And
we're going to need a giant can of Raid to deal with this problem. I hope that's in the box.
Yeah.
I resist the urge to look in the back view.
Don't look.
Yeah. So new round, Alice. There's a manifestation of light of a color you can't describe. And Raymond's screaming about something about Raid on the radio. You can ask Steve to sort of angle the truck so you can get better shooting angle on the SUV.
Is it going to take the whole turn? Or...
No, you can. If you do that, the thing is you'll have a better thing to shoot. You'll be shooting a base, but you will of course see the thing.
Yeah, I'll do that. I think it's probably more important to be able to shoot it.
All right, give me a sand check.
Mm-hmm. All one before. I don't know if that's going to help or hinder.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's a fail.
Okay, let's see how much it is. 6, only 6. So you can repress or project if you want to not lose all that, or you want to be able to act.
I'll
repress
just
was what?
Repress based. Yeah, go on.
I was thinking I better repress it because otherwise I'm going to be potentially comedically low on willpower, which I think is going to be a problem.
So you'll be. I mean, it's 1d4 willpower either way. It's just basically if you project, you need to roll at least a 2 on a d4 to keep acting. Otherwise, you're still going to fight, flight, or freeze. But if you repress and then make the sanity check, you're just fine. Like it doesn't matter how much willpower you lose.
I'll do that then.
Okay. All right. Give me, roll 1d4 willpower. That's how much you lose. That's how much you lose on a bond. And then you just make another sanity check.
3.
And, yeah.
And do another sand.
Okay.
Right, how much do I reduce from sand?
Well, you still lose 6 sand, but go and make another sanity check.
Okay. I presume I reduced it first.
Yeah, if you have the agent handbook handy, it's on page 75 for the repressed insanity rules. But anyways,
I don't have the proper one. Right, another D100 then.
yeah.
That's not a pass.
Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, so you're still fight, flight, or freezing. It's still,
I mean, I guess fight.
Yeah. All right.
There's
So you're just
not many
shooting.
other options here.
I mean, you could freeze. Yeah, flight doesn't make much sense because you're in a moving vehicle. But yeah, you can give me a firearms check.
Why am I typing this again? Hang on.
Well, again, you can hit the up arrow to just.
Yeah, just a moment. 11.
Oh shit! All right, roll
Okay.
lethality.
14.
All right. Yeah, your shots kind of tear into it and rip it up. It's still there. You don't know how much of an effect it had, but it took some of the biomass off of it for sure. So it has some kind of physicality to it.
That's
so
good
you
to
got
know.
that go. Yeah. Let's see here. So now Raymond, you can act. What are you gonna do?
I shout back to Dwight, briefcase time? I think it's briefcase time.
I don't know. Have you hit it yet?
I'll try. Yeah, so I'll target the thing with the saw. Give off another
Okay.
burst.
Yeah, it's big. Plus 20.
Woo! Maybe I can hit it.
Mhm.
It would pass with a plus 20.
Okay. Roll lethality. I think a saw would be 15 lethality.
Oh wait,
One
no,
down.
it wouldn't pass. Sorry, I'm 7 over.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Goes wide. So guess what?
Yeah, unless this doesn't have a scope, right?
No. It's a
Okay,
saw.
then yeah, no. So would be
Oh,
dead.
dear.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay. Unfortunately, it hits you. So yeah, it grabs you.
Oh shit, not again.
Yeah, you're being pulled up into that as 1,000 circular maws open up. Yeah. You drop the saw, I'm just going to say.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, you hear scream. You're not dead yet. You got one more. We got one chance to save yourself. So Alice, yeah, you see Raymond being picked up by the thing. If you fire, you're definitely going to hit him. He's right in the middle of the biomass. So you could throw a flashbang though.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, why not? It's worked every time so far.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
That's a fact. On athletics.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah,
Flashbang
Raymond,
helps
it's
as well.
going to drop you because it got flashbang in the face. You're gonna have to make a dodge check
oh joy.
because you're being held in the air between the ice cream truck and the SUV, and you've just been dropped.
Don't get hit by other car.
Yeah.
I pass. I pass. Nimble as a cat.
Well, yeah, you take 7 damage though. Because you.
It's okay. I saw a doctor.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. So yeah, you're also on the road.
And
Yeah.
the car chase is going like, well, I guess I'm walking from here.
Yeah. So yeah, you're bleeding on the ground with a broken rib probably or two.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. you're
Is
not-
his radio intact?
Yeah. So yeah, Dwight, yeah, are you looking? Yeah, you give me an
You hear
alertness check.
screams and
Yeah.
and
I make the alertness check.
Okay, you can see Raymond being dropped by something, but you don't have to make the sand check. You don't see it yet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, what are you gonna do? The briefcase is in the ice cream truck.
Is the freezer close enough that I can reach over, pop it open, and open the?
Yeah, you can try.
You're
Yeah,
just gonna fling it out the back of the van.
yeah.
Pretty
Dex
much.
times 5. Yeah.
Whee! 91.
No.
Okay.
Oh, dear, that's bad.
No, it's well, okay. So you reach in, you grab the briefcase, you open it, but you fumble it and you open it up facing you.
Fun.
So I'll give you a dodge check.
Yay! That's 100.
That's 100.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you take let's see here. How many hit points do you have left?
At the moment, 11.
11. Okay, yeah, well, you're not immediately killed by it. But no one's driving the car. You take 9 damage as you just you see what looks like a fossil, and then it turns liquid. And you just black out. Yeah, no one's driving the ice cream truck as it's barreling down the highway.
I just see like it starts swerving erratically. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa.
give me another sand check as you watch in horror.
Helplessness.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, I would understand that. He's my friend. I just see this happening from my.
Yeah. Okay, so you make a sand check or you fail?
Oh, I fail critically.
Is that a
yeah.
critical fail on the sand check?
Okay. Well, yeah. Actually,
Yes, it
probably
is,
be.
isn't it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is. All right. So
It
yeah,
makes sense though.
it's 10 sanity.
Oh no.
Yeah, as
Oh,
yeah,
this is
you see the SUV like veer. Let's see if the driver of the SUV. Oh no, it fails. Okay, so Alice, you get away. Like Steve is highly motivated. And you just see another blurry shape come out of the back of the ice cream truck. It's a floating thing, and it goes out, and what happens between it and the worm thing is indescribable. As they fight, and the floating thing starts taking a more solid shape and consumes it, but it immediately, this happens in seconds. And the SUV plows right into this mass of eldritch horror, and flips. So really, let's see, Raymond, what are you going to do? Actually, I'll say you can see the saw up ahead.
Run up or limp over to try and get it. I'm just like, oh god, Dwight's dead. Clearly he's dead. God damn it.
Yeah,
What's
the
this
ice cream
mission?
truck is like just crashes. It veers into the trees and just plows into there. It just flips multiple times, going off an embankment. The SUV flips over in the middle of the road. And Raymond, you stagger to your feet. You grab the saw as 2 people crawl out of the car, and one of them sees you. And
I'm just gunning them down.
yeah, you're heavily wounded and you're broke. So it's a -40 to your firearms check.
Oh, I'm just gonna be spraying all over the place. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you
And
can't
that's
even.
just 0.
All right. Yeah. If you roll 1, you'll hit. So you have a 1% chance of hitting.
It would be funny if
maybe
I
you can
actually
just
make it.
stagger closer and get to point blank.
I can stagger closer for point blank. Or is that...
Yeah, you can start doing that. Yeah. All right. So you start walking closer. The figure gets up. You can hear screams as the mass is starting to consume some of the other people in there. But the one guy is like, "I'm gonna fucking kill that guy, that asshole, before I die."
Both of us just like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah. So he's chanting, raises his hands, yeah. Give me athletics checks to see if you can get within point blank range before he can cast.
Yes, I can.
All right, give me a firearms. Yeah.
Aw.
All right. Let's see if give me a power ×5 check.
Power times 5. Yes.
Okay. You're resisting as you feel something boiling your blood from the inside as his words are searing into your mind. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Are you
I'm still standing.
yeah, you go pass out at 2, so you can give me another firearms check.
That would pass.
That
passed?
Oh,
If it's at point blank, oh wait, no, because it'd be point blank, but with the -40s because of all the damages, right? So
no. Negative. So the point blank lets you do. Let's see. So basically, you'd be at -40 normally, though. Yeah, so you're basically at -20.
Okay, so no, that would still firing. I might just roll over the embankment and let gravity decide if I live or not at this point. Fuck it, because that thing's gonna kill this guy. I just want out of this shit.
Okay,
Dwight's still in the van.
Oh yeah, Dwight. What? Yeah, no, there's not much left of Dwight. Yeah,
I don't know that yet.
All right, give me a dodge check to see if you can survive this.
Yes, apparently.
All right,
Very good at getting away from problems. Killing the problem is an entirely different story.
Yeah, you were fucked, but you hear screams as the worm infested cultists are devoured by the thing, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, you black out. Alice, you get the semi truck to Mount Weather. Agents start. You're just taken away. You don't find out what happens to Dr. Perrin. You're just but yeah, you did it. You delivered the target to the site, and
myself to my doom.
Yeah, and Raymond barely survives.
This is one guy just hobbling on the road to the meeting point. It's like,
yeah,
he's like 100% dead.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, he had 2 hit points when the car crash hit.
We were going at speed.
Yeah. So that's at least 2 damage. Like that is enough to kill him.
Well,
yeah.
I think that was discreet. It was efficient. No serious casualties. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, this is good effect on target, actually.
Yeah, you got the target. You secured the asset, so they can.
We are definitely going to be in trouble for opening a mystery briefcase and then not clearing up. But
yeah, don't worry about it. So yeah, that's Convoy. Yeah, I just want to do a more action-based scenario. And the bad guys were the disciples of the worm. And which is from Targets of Opportunity, if you want to read up on them. They regenerate 1d6 HP per round. They're immortal. But the side effect is the worm parasite causes intense pain. So they have to use powerful opioids. They smoke copious amounts of opium and use heroin and stuff like that to live, essentially, because otherwise they'd be crippled by the pain. And it also dulls their mind. So like they're trying to figure out a way to be immortal without all these side effects. But that's hard to do when your mind is addled by constant drug use.
Yeah.
But it appears that certain person has found a way.
Yeah, Dr. Perrin was not a member of their cult, but he was researching the worms, and because he was, hired by the cult to try and figure something out, and he figured out a way to gain natural knowledge from the worms, but then he used that to give himself a new form of immortality, which is, I just ripped it off from Cold Air. You refrigerate yourself. Yeah. So yeah.
So he was researching the worms, and then he turned.
Yeah, and then he found a better way of being immortal. You just have to be cold all the time. No problem. It's better than having to take drugs every day.
I feel like neither of these options are really worth all the aggro. But
well, yeah, I mean, it's Delta Green. There's no such thing as a free, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Like,
yeah,
immortality sucks. In the Delta Green
it's
universe.
probably for the best Dwight died there because he was kind of interested in this immortality thing.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, yeah.
Let's hope he died there then.
Yeah, and the weapon was a fossilized Shoggoth fragment that was
Oh God!
trained on extra dimensional things. So would have targeted any summoned monsters or the worms in the cultists' bodies. So I don't know
it's
how.
Fine
Yeah.
that we've left it in the
Shoggoth.
woods.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it just kind of blended Dwight on the way.
Yeah, it just is absorbing biomass before it kind of like figures out what it wants to do and fucks off to the ocean probably. So yeah, don't worry
there's
about
gonna
it.
be new rumors of where are we? Maryland? Oh, Mothman.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
More sightings of this weird blob known as Mothman.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is kind of funny because it's a thing that goes and kills the supernaturals. It's kind of like this hero entity.
Yep. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you a little temptation, like, oh yeah, we could just go, let's make a little detour, huh? And yeah.
Clearly the worst possible idea. But
Hey, it made
Don't
it like
talk about the briefcase. We
yeah,
don't
without
mention-
the briefcase, you would have been really fucked to try and kill that thing. That thing was very
That's true.
yeah. So but yeah, you did it. Your best bet would have been to try and outrun it or to like sacrifice
Yeah.
somebody to slow it down. Yeah.
I mean, that almost happened anyway because she
Yeah.
wisely put the car behind her.
Yep, it's true. It's true.
In all honesty, the first time that we got trapped, I was like, maybe they think that we're the target vehicle because big van, very conspicuous. Ice cream truck, weird, but frozen.
Yeah. It didn't work out exactly how accurate their thing was. They knew approximately where he was, but not exactly.
That's why they were shooting everyone, right?
Yeah. Well, also, they figured you were the escort. They want to get him out so they can interrogate him before they kill him. Yeah. But yeah, that was it. I'm glad you all had fun.
is it kind of how you expected
I
it
can
to
just
go?
imagine that interrogation, like, oh, you made yourself immortal too. How did you do that? How did you do that?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it would have been. And then, because you read the Disciples of the Worm, the side effects are really bad. Like, it's not. Yeah, they're pretty messed up. It turns out. Sorry, Sarah. What was your question?
I just wonder if that went how you expected it to go ultimately.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I wasn't sure. Like, you would have. I think you all would have made it if Raymond had used the briefcase first instead of spending a round trying to shoot it. Like,
Multiple rounds.
Yeah.
Ineffectually just throwing lead.
Yeah, just throw the briefcase out first thing. You would have been a lot better off. But yeah. If it had gone,
we were kind of afraid of deploying it, to be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's fair. Like, I mean, I had it in my back of my head. Maybe Dr. Perrin can communicate with the Shoggoths and use that to like. But like on the other hand, Dr. Perrin really does need to be refrigerated, so he's kind of dependent on somebody to help him. Yeah.
In the back of my head, I'm like, hey, weird tech. Bring this to Delta Green. Maybe I have a few more months off before they ask me to come back to do shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Maybe
mean, you'll have a few months off now.
Yeah, lengthy hospital stay. Yeah.
Lengthy hospital stay and
From a training accident.
From a training accident.
Yeah.
That pit maneuver, man, that was
increased.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, poor Dwight lost in a car crash. Yeah.
It was gonna happen anyway. He had 80 in drive. He was gonna race himself to death.
The NASCAR community mourns his loss.
Yeah, only if what could have been. But yeah, I didn't know how it was gonna go. Like like most of the time I don't like. I knew I wanted a big set piece fight at a tunnel, and then I wanted to have that little moral dilemma of like, the creepy guy is telling us to do something. Should we do it? Yeah. So yeah, I might run this for RPPR. I don't know. But I had fun.
Interested to see how the main members of RPPR handle that final situation if they try to go through the forest or if they try to go through the city.
Yeah, I might that end of the I might revise that part. That part it was a little
Improvised.
Yeah, well, I had the idea of it, but like figuring out, like I think I can like make it better. Like I'm not sure how
Yeah.
though, but like that's the part. Like I had the
Mhm.
first part very clearly in head, the tunnel ambush
Mhm.
and like the silo, like that was all like saw. But this one was like, yeah, like I feel like
You need to
yeah,
give
It
them a
is
moral
quite
choice.
in 3 parts at the moment. Yeah.
yeah. I instead of like having a chase scene, have like some place where you're stopped and you have a fight. I think is probably what I would do differently. Like you get ambushed at a gas station when you have to refuel. That's actually probably a better fight scene.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to compress it, you could have them find you coming out of the missile silo.
I like the missile
Yeah.
silo. It's just like a creepy thing. Like, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what I would do with the RPPR is like have it the last action scene at a gas station.
It does have the potential for an incredible explosion that takes out most of the team. Which,
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
is
yeah.
always a laugh.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I would do that differently.
Make sure there's a tanker refueling the station at the time that they arrive, kind of thing, so they have to wait or something.
Oh yeah.
That would work well. Just send the Shoggoth at the fuel tanks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't really control the Shoggoth. You open the briefcase and you step in. You make sure you're away.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Don't worry about it. So
Don't worry about it.
all right.
So how many character deaths is this now? I think we're getting up there. 4, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds about right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The last time
been on a
I got
few
set
Delta
alight
Green
by a
missions.
teammate and rolled into a vat of oil. So
Oof.
hey,
I
we
mean,
killed the things.
I mean, I'll never forget my first Delta Green game with Ross, where we found the enemy, and the first thing that happened was that they headshot me with a sniper rifle.
Ouch. I joined in on the cult and became some sort of immortal fighter in the woods, I think for Nodens or something like that.
Oh yeah. That sounds familiar.
I was going to say, I appreciate any scenario that turns into a kind of macabre horror comedy.
Oh yeah.
So the bunny rabbit thing was we played a game and we had to infiltrate a hospital. So two of our characters, because it was set at Easter, dressed up as the Easter Bunny.
Oh god.
You know, for the children's ward, killed a guy and then had to escape on bicycles. Yeah,
like comedy horror is the best way to run.
Oh sure, yeah, they're very
role-playing
closely related.
scenarios. I mean, you can have actual horror, but it's very hard. And,
Oh yeah, I mean,
comedy.
We got that. We got a car chase with an ice cream truck with one guy dangling over the ravine between one car, another car, and a highway going at like 70.
And surviving.
And surviving.
The handler, or rather the agent lead, threw a flashbang at it.
Yeah.
The first time it worked.
It did work.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Thanks so much for running it.
Yeah. Thank you for playing. Thank you so much for supporting RPPR. And in a couple weeks we'll be doing Delta Green or Close Chase. And then I'll probably be running Delta Green next month.
Nice.
Given this run. So yeah, cool. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.